Live, Gus McLeod, Robbie McKinlay, Derek Vaccaro and Scott Montgomery with you. Monty, this game is creeping up on us very quickly. Talk us through a couple of your big matchups.
Yeah, we better touch on this game because we haven't done it yet, boys, in 50 minutes. So I've got a couple of big matchups. Jack Driscoll's obviously the big target for Lavey. He's kicked 10 goals this year. I reckon Charlie Morrison will go to him. Another player that's really hit form in the last month and he's a favourite of Snides is Shawnee Driscoll. Daniel Wortman will get him. I reckon Matthew and Hargrave will go head-to-head, both averaging him 7 clearances a game. I reckon Sam Hargrave's coming to this side to tag Angus Baker, who's averaging 31, so I reckon that's his job. Well, we'll go to the other end of the ground. Oscar Wilding's leading the goal kicking for Wodonga with 27 goals. I reckon John O'Spinner will get that job. And Jet Cassidy, Robbie's man, I reckon he's going to be set for a massive day, but I reckon Chris Annette will get the job on him. So if Chris can quell him, I reckon it goes a long way to Lavington winning this game.
Bounce of the ball coming up on the other side of the break for Baker Motors. Pre-game is done and dusted. It's the Panthers and the Bulldogs playing off for a spot in the 5, and it's coming your way next on O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing. Welcome back to O&M Live. It's the Wodonga Bulldogs and the Lavington Panthers. Do or die football for the Panthers, and let's see if they've won the first battle of the day. The toss of the coin as we go boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Scott Montgomery.
Yeah, not a great start for Robbie's boys. They've lost the toss. Tommy Hargrave lost it to Charlie Morrison, and the Dogs will kick towards the hospital end.
Very good from Scott Montgomery. Big Mac, you've just been doing some investigating work next door on the timekeepers and talking still a couple of changes to the selected sides.
Yeah, so for Lavington, Drew Bevan's a bit crook. He's out, and Clayton Marsh comes in. So Marsh didn't play last week, so probably he was due to come back in anyway. So that's a bit of a like for a like. And then for Wodonga, Zach Nugent is out, and Mitch Deneen comes in. So the Casey Marr was an emergency. He's not playing. So that's is the only change there. Jack Yellen playing. And Geordie Taylor is on the field, which is great for him.
Interesting to note that Jack Yellen is playing with broken ribs. So we'll be watching him with a very close eye to see how he gets through. Monty, before we get some tips, conditions at ground level, any breeze, and how's the surface at the Martin Park?
Perfect. It's absolutely in unbelievable condition, actually, which is unusual here. So, there's a lot of time been going into it. It looks almost like it's ready for a final, boys. So, no wind either. Sun's out. Perfect day for football, really.
A tip from you, Monty?
I'll go Wodonga 3 goals.
Dan Vaccaro, you're on the 40-wing stat sheet this afternoon. A tip and a margin?
Tip is Wodonga by 20 points.
And quickly, who are we taking numbers on this afternoon? 40-wing stats?
On the 40-wing stat sheet, so for Wodonga, we're doing Josh Mathy, Angus Baker, Adam Jorgensen, Matt Wilson, and Noah Bradshaw. And for Lavington, I'm doing Tom Hargrave, Bill Glanville, Jakey O'Brien, Ewan McKinlay, the better McKinlay, and Sammy Hopper as well.
Big Mac, a tip from you this afternoon?
Lavy, about 20 points.
20 points, I like it. A bit of controversy. I'm going to stick with the Dogs. I think they're playing pretty good footy, and I think they play good footy on their home deck.
Have not played a final since 2009, Wodonga Bulldogs, and this is a do-or-die clash today.
Of course, Lavington are yet to beat a team above them on the ladder. If they want to play finals, they're going to have to do so this afternoon. Scott Montgomery's boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Derek Vaccaro is on the 40-wing stat sheet. My name's Gus McLeod for McRae Motors. And the first quarter's underway for A-grade oils and batteries with Robbie McKinlay.
Yeah, here we go, Gussie. Timmy Hanna got the first tap straight to Tommy Hargrave. There's a whistle. There won't be an advantage. And Mason Ring's involved early. Is he?
Yes, he's pulled that against
the ruckman, it must be.
it.
Anyway, it's gone back to Hargrave where it's a came. I don't know why they didn't play an advantage. Harlan's run into trouble here. That should be a free kick against him. It's not. Yates goes in hard at the footy. Tommy Hargraves rides a shotgun, and it will be ball up. That was a bit confusing for mine, Mont.
Yeah, I think it was an infringement for the centre square. Boys might have gone in a bit early, so I think that's what he's paid that one for.
So, right. Another tap to Hannah. Baker over the foot. He's going to get a free kick here. Just a quick hand on him by Sammy Hargraves, who has the job of playing on Angus Baker. Drives the ball inside forward 50. Jet Cassidy was there. Hines was there. So was Jorgensen. High up and under from Harlan. It falls out the way towards, might have been out there, Newton. Now it goes out the way to Annette. Back to Yates, and he kicks it to centre wing.
Not the best kick. It's a bit of a ground worm burner. An
That's
umpire has paid a free kick for a dumb tackle. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, that one was definitely there, boys. Just went a bit too hard with that tackle and took him to ground in an illegal fashion.
Sean Driscoll has the footy for the Panthers. Across left half back, and he's going to go long down the Les Cheesley side wing. And O'Sullivan flies up high and takes an intercept mark for the Bulldogs between half back and centre wing. The boy from Karoit kicks long down the wing for the Wodonga Bulldogs. It's a nice looking kick. The mark's been taken. I reckon it's Cassidy down low. He got there. Slid across the turf of Martin Park. He comes inboard. Nice looking kick to Mimo. 55 from home. Kicks fat side, and Baker out on the lead. Takes a good strong mark. 40 metres out, slight angle. And it's good to see the midfielder getting inside forward 50.
Yeah, we can see Sammy Hargraves trailing him around a little bit, so I reckon he's set for a big job there, Sammy, but that's what I'll be doing if I was Angus Baker. Get him inside 50. He's got the height advantage, and, geez, it was a great kick out in front there. There's great hands from Baker as well, so we'll back him in from here, I reckon, boys.
We called for Baker to have a big game in the scorecard, a part of pre-game. This would be a hot start for the Bulldogs. A 35-metre kick to the hospital end. Angus Baker strikes it nicely and sneaks it through. The Dogs are on the board first on the Steel Line scoreboard. They lead 1 straight to the Panthers yet to score.
Really positive start here by Wodonga, boys. Wodonga at the moment on the 40-wing stat sheet. Tom Hargraves had first touch of the footy and have had 2 free kicks, Lavington, but he yet to get it in there 50.
So wonderful start for the Doggies. Of course, last time we were here in their home ground, they kicked the first 4 goals of the game against Wangaratta, and they've made another good start. And ground in magnificent condition. Up we go. Hannah got the tap towards Hargrave, tackled by Mayfi. We'll see a lot of that today. Mayfi and Hargrave, she's a tenacious little bulldog, is Josh Mayfi. Does not want to give up anything, even as Tommy Hargrave. Now Hannah, again, Johnson going up against him. Here comes the boy from Koroit, Sullivan. Kicks to half forward, kicks a beauty. And Jet Cassidy, he is threatening to light up again. He started beautifully. Kick inside forward 50 is not a good one. That'll be a 50-metre penalty. No, it won't. Tried to milk one there, did Chrissy Annette. His kick goes short. And he finds Sammy Hargraves. He chips wide. And he finds Nick Newton, who steps around nicely there, Gussie.
I've done it, Robbie. I've spoken without me mic on. He kicks in the nick of time on towards Driscoll. This is Sean. Gets in towards attack for the Panthers. Kicking to the hot spot. Good-looking kick. The Dogs converse on this contest. Morrison's there. Now it's Wortman's chance. He kicks away up towards the half-forward flank. Trying to keep it alive is Sorochinsky with the boundary line. Beats them all.
Gee, she's on here. Wortman and O'Brien. Ho-ho!
I thought there was a streaker, Robbie. You come in really excited there.
Couple of nice little ones there.
That'll be a good matchup today too, Wortman on O'Brien. I dare say Wortman will have the job on him.
4.5 minutes gone, A.T. Jones time clock. The Panthers get the ball in towards the hot spot, and there's a mark. The mark's been taken. I think it's Driscoll, boys.
It is.
The Tobin brothers boys are cutting me off in the call. And I can't see who's marked the footy. I'll be sending a bill to you, Dave. Driscoll's marked.
Shawnee Driscoll.
So Sean Driscoll to the Elm Street end. This to level the scores. Driscoll kicks A behind. So the Bulldogs lead 1 straight to the Panthers, 1 behind. And Monty, the Panthers going to have to kick straight to win today's contest.
Absolutely they are, boys. And Shawnee Driscoll's been one of their form players for the last month, so they're going to need him to have plenty of shots on the goal today.
Clearing kick, gets towards centre wing. Spina was there. And he made a little bit of room here. And then the Panthers... They'll work it in towards half forward. Big Jack flies high. Tap the ball over the back to Garland. And he can't control the footy. He's knocked over the boundary line along with Jack O'Sullivan. It'll be thrown back in. What are those inside 50s for 40 winks there?
Wodonga have had
Derek?
3 inside 50s and Lavington the 2 so far on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Boundary throw in, 50 metres out from Panthers goal. Johnson's in the ruck. Ball this footy up. There's Hargrave. Just Sam. He's a bit slow to get up. The Dogs lead 1 straight, 6. The Panthers 1 behind. Steel line scoreboard. 5.5 minutes gone for A.T. Jones. We'll ball the footy up. 50 metres out from Panther goal. Baker's behind the contest. Brown got wrapped up in a Hargrave tackle. And the umpire calls for the footy once again. Boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Scott Montgomery.
Yeah, hasn't been any changes down here yet, boys. I'm surprised 6 minutes in. Normally there's heaps, especially on the Lavington side. So we'll see a few coming very soon, I reckon.
Tap, Mayfi over the footy. Had to get it out in a hurry. He did. Gee, it's pretty intense around the footy today. Hot start. 6 minutes gone. It's the Doggies 1 goal straight. Panthers 1 behind. It's for A-grade oils and batteries. And that was on the steel line scoreboard. It'll be thrown in 55 out from the Panthers goal. Johnson did well. Palmed it, but Hargraves gathered it. Mayfi, handball released to Cade Brown. Back to Tommy Johnson. He's in a bit of trouble, Tommy. He got rid of it eventually. Back to Mayfi. Kick smothered. Lot of pressure. Another smothered kick. Now Jorgensen clears. That was smothered as well. That'll be a play on call here. Wilding's going to be paid the mark. Gussie, true centre wing. Doggies lead 6-1. Almost 7 minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock.
And the footy hasn't come on the grandstand side for the whole game. Little toe poke forward. Come from Taylor. He's going to try and get the ball out to the other side. Lavington regained possession. And we haven't seen the footy come on this side of the ground for the whole game yet. Let's see if Lavington can open the contest up. No, they're going to kick long down the line and it's smothered off the boot. Well done there by Jordan Taylor. Keeps it alive. Baker trying to go underground with a handball. Mayfi kicks towards the top of the goal square. Hopper's there on the last line of defence. His kick was poor. Taylor trying to get hands on the Sharon. He can't do so. Kick goes out wide from Glanville and Lavington. They're under the pump exiting defensive 50 here, Monty.
Newton kicks the ball in, Sam Hargraves. Now they're going to get a little bit more adventurous. They go wide to Sammy Hopper. Hurry up and kick it, Sam. Shawnee Driscoll runs through him. Keep going, Shawnee. He's got Macca Hallows, chips it over the top. Hallows marks, half forward, 35 out, 45-degree angle. That was all come from kicking the ball across the goals and trying something different. Hopper was an instigator of that. Fantastic footy from the Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. Smart play by him. We're changing the lanes that we want to see. Short kicks. He's chipped away all the way down and found Macca inside 50. He worked very hard to get this possession.
Hallows now, he kicks it from 42 metres. Kick, it won't make the distance. In towards the goal square. Driscoll brought it to ground. Chance here for O'Brien. Handballed over towards Tyson Neander. Stayed with the footy. Shimmied, shaked, kicked it. High ball. Big pack of players here. Cook's there. Cook gets it. No. Play on's the call. Wasn't paid. Kick by Andrew Yates on goal. Last side of the fence, it's dropped by Morrison, but he's got all the time in the world, Gus, and he clears safely.
He comes out the broadcast side and he's got Spiteri across half-back where the paint of the 50 meets the boundary for the Wodonga Bulldogs. In front of the netball courts, if you're familiar with the John Flower Oval, Spiteri kicks long down the line. Big contest. Timmy Hanna backed into that one. Here's a go now for Yelland. Handballs onto Cassidy. It missed him. He goes inside 50 now to Baker. And Angus Baker's marked. Caught 35 metres out on a slide angle, Monty. And when this guy's close to goal, he's very dangerous.
Absolutely. He's one of the cleanest players we see in the competition. And I'm just not sure about Sam Hargrave going with him when he goes forward. He's going to be very hard to match up on with that extra height he's got on Sammy. So he's going to have to really look at trying to switch across. But, yeah, Angus Baker's causing a lot of headaches for Adam Snyder already.
His numbers quickly, Dan.
Angus Baker, 4 touches and 1 goal.
And here's his chance to kick a second. He doesn't make any mistakes, Angus Baker. He's got his second and the second for the Dogs, and they regain an 11-point lead on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, another great finish there by Angus Baker and Wodonga. Just doing it. Jorgensen's touched the footy once. So starting to get a little bit concerning for Lavie. They had a really good period there, but Wodonga getting one against the Tide on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, it's a good summary there, Dan. You said they had a good period, they did, but they just can't convert. And that has been as what has crippled them. Shawnee Driscoll missed an opportunity. So good start again for the Doggies. Up they go. Driscoll got the tap. Rode by Jewel, though. Sam. Harlan's there for Lavington at half-back. Slick handball to Driscoll. Back onto Clayton Marsh. Nice burning pass, too. Found Luke Garland. Garland quick to move the ball on. Goes long. Inside forward 50. Driscoll was there. Hunted after the footy. Right, intercepted nicely there. Coming through was Yellen. The Berrigan Bulldozer. Here's Soroczynski. Runs away from Timmy Hanna. Nice sweeping left-handed handball. Did put his teammate under a little bit of pressure. Adam Butler was there, gave up room to Jack Harlan. Harlan with a wobbly old kick inside forward 50 is comfortably marked and chopped out there by the Doggies. Gus, they are out of trouble.
They are, and they've got the footy at centre half back. They come broadcast side wing, trying to find Wilding. He's worked up the ground. Well done nicely there by Spin Up. Big job to do today. He kicks long down the line. Not the best kick. It's being turned over. Deneen, he intercepts, and he goes to true full-back to find the co-captain in Morrison. Inboard now to Wilson. Centre half back for the Dogs, wants to open up the game and kick out to the Les Cheesley side wing with Soroczynski. He goes towards Taylor. Great to see him back in Bulldogs colours, the coach. Kicks inside, forward 50. Baker again. Good chop out. Lavington have numbers.
Ewan McKinlay, open goal. Panthers get their first.
And it just sneaks in for a minor score. The Bulldogs 2-1. The Panthers 1-1, thanks to steer line. We've played 13 and a half minutes.
One thing Geordie Taylor's brought already is high energy for the Wodonga forward line. He's played a couple of tackles. He's been explosive with his leads and got up. I reckon he'll come for a rest very soon. He's only been out there 3 or 4 minutes, but I reckon that might do him in spells today.
Newton played on and kicked long and strong towards Butler. Out the back, there's a whistle, but that's on the netball court, Gus. Gets us a few times that. And it's going to be a boundary thrown. Actually, Jet Cassidy probably could have made more of that. I don't think he realised he had as much. He thought he was a bit tight for time there. With his pace and burst, a 2 or 3 metre sprint, he was going to run into an open goal almost. But anyway, that's the way she goes. 13-7, Bulldogs lead. 14 minutes have ticked by on the A.T. Jones time clock. Matey. No, it's not. It's Bradshaw. Horse showed a bit of candy. Then the pass is a delightful one. Found Tommy Johnson. 50 out from goal. Johnson goes short. Intercepted by Marsh. Got his hands on it, Gussie, in the nick of time. The Panthers now have got to retreat via Hanson.
Well, it's a dangerous kick. Joe's marked on the last line of defence. I think it's the first time we've called his name this afternoon. The former Corowa captain, who's now enjoying a season at the Lavington Sports Ground. Ball's in the hands now of Willis. The Murray Bush Ranger, relieved of his duties today, coming back to Lavington. Soroczynski flew high, a bit unrealistic. The umpire, I'm not sure if he'll pay the mark of the free kick here, Monty.
He's paid a push in the back, I think, boys. So.
Macca Hallows will get the kick.
I think... Oh, he's pointing the wrong way. Yep, he has pointed the wrong way. The umpire's pointing the wrong way there, boys. But yeah, it was pushing the back is what they've paid, so probably the right call in the end.
15 minutes gone. Macca Hallows has the Sheridan hand across half-back for the Panthers. He kicks long down the line. Good mark taken against Soroczynski.
He's a star.
Johnny Driscoll, yep.
He's a star, this bloke.
He was really slow, Robbie, in his first season to find some form, and in 2023 he's taken his game to a new level. He's linking up now with the captain Hargrave. This is Tom, true centre wing, broadcast side.
Tommy said, not real sure what to do here. Tommy finds you and McKinlay. No, he can't. Matty Wilson over the back for Wodonga. Collects. Handballs to Deneen. Breaks the tackle of McKinlay. Handballed onto Cade Brown. Brown now with the footy. Kicks it beautifully. Finds Nick Hines. And the man who gets rid of pests during the week takes a fine mark. And it's a nice pass. He finds my boy Jet Cassidy. And he'll have a shot 40 metres out, almost directly in front. He is ready to cut this comp to bits, guys. Can play.
Yeah, he's shown already. He gets out, doesn't he? He's got a lot of pace on his leads, and he doesn't stop with just one lead. He continually doubles back and gets back to the goal square, point of reference for him. So he's definitely dangerous, and they're going to have to look at him and I think Baker when they're forward at the moment because they're causing a lot of issues for the Lavington defence.
I'm not saying he's going to kick at Mont, but historically he's a pretty good shot on goal.
Oh, no, Jet.
I'm just referencing history here. In comes Jet Cassidy, and he kicks it past. That's how clever he is. He spotted his man there. It's one of the Jewel boys, I believe.
Nah, it's Oscar.
So it's Wilding. It's Oscar. Oscar Wilding has it. He'll run around here and just snap this through for a goal. Easy as that. So Oscar Wilding gets the Bulldogs' third goal, gets his first of the afternoon. He has 31 for the season now, and they extend the lead out to 3-1-19, 1-2-8. And we've gone, I don't know, what's the clock, Gussie? Nearly almost 17 minutes. What do you got for us in 40 winks, Derek?
Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, really good finish there by Oscar Wilding. 10 inside 50s now for Wodonga, so they're starting to put their sort of stamp on this contest. They've had 4 marks inside 52, so they've been really potent going forward. It's on the back of some really good play for Angus Baker. He's at the 4 touches, 2 goals. Josh Matey's had the 3 touches. Matt Wilson's been good off half-back with 3 as well. So Wodonga playing really positive football at the moment.
Boys, that cost Lavington 3 goals last week, marks on the goal line, so Adam Snyder will be pulling his hair out with stuff like that.
Hannah won the tap, but he got it to no one. Then he got on to Hargrave, who kicks to half forward. Big contest forms. At the back of the pack lies Sullivan, who goes by hand, inboard to Bradshaw. Over the top, and this is good running footy from the Bulldogs. Mimo kicks inboard. Big Tommy's going to have to stretch. Hannah's lurking, but Tommy just says, get the hell out of my way. On to Matey. An umpire has found a free kick
holding
here.
the footy. He didn't get rid of it properly, boys. He sort of dropped it out. So.
Incorrect disposal. It's against Tom, and Timmy Hannah's going to be the recipient. Oh, to pump him inside 50, and he went arse over. Inside 50 goes the footy after all that. O'Sullivan's there on hands and knees. Handballs backwards, not the best. Hargrave, he's wrapped up in a Bradshaw tackle. Matey, Wortman, onto Jorgensen. Clever outside a defensive 50. And here come the Dogs.
Taylor, quick handball to Mimo. Ball will go inside forward 50. Oh, great mark, Angus Baker. Jewel, who's gone forward. Sammy Jewel, kicks good. That's Baker. He got him eventually. And Baker will have another shot on goal. This is probably his most tricky one. He's going to shoot from only about 35 metres out, but he's about 5 metres in from the boundary line, right in front of the scoreboard.
If he kicks this one, boys, that's 3 for the quarter. They're going to have to make a change pretty soon. And I'm not sure who they're going to go with because Sammy Hargrave has the tank go with him through the middle, but they need to find a bit more height down when he goes forward.
Yeah, causing a lot of trouble at the moment, Angus Baker, as Yellen comes back on the ground. Baker's kick. It's a nice-looking drop punt that pushes to the left-hand side. And Jono Speeder ensured it went through for a minor score. So the Doggies, 3-2-20. They lead the Panthers 1-1-7. 19 minutes have gone on the A.T. Jones time clock. And this quarter, Gussie, is for A-grade oils and batteries. And that battery I got from the other day is just doing the works for me.
Certainly is, Big Mac. The Panthers kick in from fullback O'Brien. He finds Hopper across half-back. And the Panthers have got a pretty congested centre line that awaits, so he kicks dangerously inboard, too dangerous. Matthey's there, gets the Dogs inside 50. Spiteri couldn't quite keep it in. Out of bounds on the full. It's going to be a free kick to the Panthers. They're going to come inboard. Balls with O'Brien. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, 11 inside 50s now for Wodonga. Sorry, 12 and 5 marks. Lavington have only had the 8. So DNA all over this contest. Wodonga, Angus Baker, 5 touches and 2 goals.
Johnson good in the contest and ground level. And Dan Wortman locks it down, and Dan Wortman will come off for a spell. Mitch Deneen goes back on. And umpire Mason Ring receives the ball from Wodonga runner Jared Twitt. There's a bit of quality in those runners today. Matty Pendergast out there.
A few games.
Oh, got a bit
Different
of class.
body shapes, that's for sure.
And that's a good kick by the big fella, Hannah. Finds O'Brien. Oh, he was going to kick it to Billy Glanville and realised Billy had 4 Wodonga blokes around him. Billy Glanville eventually gets it, kicks it, and Billy's going better than the trotter that's been named after him. Apparently, he hasn't won for about 3 or 4 starts and starting to get costly. Wilson's handball out the back was okay. Here's Morrison. Kicks good. And he finds there at half
3
back.
rims.
Old 3 rims Venturoni. Take it away, Gus.
Kicks out to Les Cheesley, side wing. Too much on it for the dual stick. Who's back in the side from at a time in Europe. Yates inside 50 for Lavington. Too much on it
Poor
for
kick.
Macahallows. They're going to go back to where it came from, the Dogs. The ball's with Cactus Brown, who kicks long down the line. Good use of the body from Spinner. That was against Wilding. Inboard to Haaland. Haaland's hands were too hot for Willis, who regathered on the second bite of the cherry. He kicked it into Brown's chest and got it back on a rebound. And will ball the foot. In fact, we're going to pay holding the
That's
footy.
a tough call.
True centre wing out
That
of
is a
side.
tough call.
I reckon Willis is a little bit stiff there. Brown's going to come inboard, and he's got big Tommy Johnson at true centre. Kicks to half forward. Dangerous looking kick. Baker's got some space to run into. Gathers now on his non-preferred inside to Wilson, who ran all the way from centre half back to get on the end of that one, Monty. But I reckon distance might be of concern for Matty.
Right on his limit here, I reckon. You can hear the crowd saying goal, but I reckon he's right on his limit. How good was that again by Angus Baker to wheel around, being able to kick it on the outside of the boot and hit the target. Very nice kick.
Wilson from 50. Set sail. It's across the face. Does it have the legs? It doesn't. On the goal line. Hargrave's got to be careful. Coughed it up to Wilding underground. And across the goal line was Sammy Hargrave. That could have been very costly and very sloppy. The Bulldogs moved to 3-3.
That's
the
awareness,
Panthers
Gus.
1-1 steel line scoreboard.
You know, we did deliberate through the points here.
Just knock
Just
it
get
through.
it and handball through.
Sammy Hargrave tried, he just missed
No.
it.
No, it wasn't. Monty, if that was an attempt, make sure it goes through. You can handball it 10 foot in the air over the top.
Yeah, it's true.
Oscar Wilding almost marked it on the line
he
too.
did too. That
Yeah.
was nearly very costly. I feel for Adam Snyder at times, the way these Panthers are playing at the moment. Here's Driscoll at half back. Kicks it to a 2-on-1 and another poor kick, and it's marked by Johnson.
He's been good. We're taking his numbers
No,
today,
it's not
Derek.
Johnson. It's one of the Miles, and Ewan McKinlay intercepts and marks at half back.
Not
for the
doing Tom
Panthers.
Johnson's numbers, sorry, Gussie.
He'll have 40. That's what happens. They kick up towards half forward. It's big Jack Driscoll for Lavington, who's too far to score. He's got Neander one out. He ignores him. Kicks inside 50, and Macahallow's lost his footing. Cactus down, chops out for the Dogs. They're going to exit defensive 50. Jorgensen's on, and he's got Cassidy in an absolute paddock of space. Kicks to him now. Cassidy's going inside 50. Chip kick to the Hines. Big Higgs marks. And this is right on his distance too, Monty. 45 metres out. call it almost directly in front.
Yeah, I'm a bit more confident on this one. I reckon Hornsey's right on the distance, but I'm going to back him in here. But how good is that transition footy? Just poor inside 50 from Lavington, and away went Wodonga. They just got on the move, they overlapped Ran, and away they went. And great kick inside 50 again. End up in a mark and a shot on goal.
Set shot's normally the best part of this bloke's game. Nick Hines to the hospital end, and I've absolutely mozzed him. He's kicked it out of bounds on the full. In fact, it's just landed inside the field of play as Jack Driscoll bombs it down the line for the Panthers.
He does. Sorochinski's there. He's in a bit of a battle. He eventually got the ball out. Now here's Shawnee Driscoll. He's playing a lone hand today at the moment. Again, but the kicks are high up and under. Cook came from the bleachers. Couldn't do much about it. Handball gets on to Wortman. Now to Jet Cassidy. Play on, young fella. Does. Swings the ball back from long range. Not enough. Minus score. They are dominating here up forward at the moment. The Doggies 3-4-22. Lead the Panthers 1-1-7. 24 minutes gone. 40 wing stat. Dan.
15 inside 50 now for Wodonga and 7 marks inside 50. Angus Baker, 6 touches and 2 goals. And Matt Wilson's up to the 6 touches as well.
Monty, what sort of a role is Angus Baker playing? It doesn't look like he's got many midfield minutes so far.
No, he's sort of starting in the middle and then rolling forward in transition, trying to get that mismatch, obviously, he's got with Sam Hargrave and go as deep as he can. All the other forwards are pushing up out of his way. So it's smart coaching so far. 24
minutes gone, A.T. Jones time clock. The Bulldogs lead 22-7. Kick was poor. Inside 50 goes Cassidy. Falls the way of Baker. Tied up on the goal line.
Oh.
Banana kick for a Sunjan goal today. It's a scintillating quarter of footy from Angus Baker. He's back to his best, and he's got 3 in the first term.
What a finish by Angus Baker, boys. He moves to 7 touches and 3 goals in the first quarter, but don't count out the influence that Jet Cassidy's had on this contest. He's absolutely dominating. He's the perfect link-up player from forward to midfield to forward, and he's just playing an unbelievable game. 16 inside 50s now for Wodonga, 7 marks inside 50, and all led by Baker.
Yeah, just a quality, classy performance from the big fella Baker. He's what did he be? Probably Gus. He'd have to be 6'1", 6'2", wouldn't he?
At least 6'2".
Plays that midfield. That's where he sits now. So that's goal. Will have been kicked probably 5 seconds ago in the quarter. A big goal there. A big goal from Baker. He's 3rd for the quarter, Gus. 4-4-28, the Bulldogs. Panthers 1-1-7. That was for A-grade oils and batteries.
A dominant display from the home side as they edge towards their first finals berth in 13 years. They've only played 1 quarter of footy, and there's plenty more still to come on O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of... Go for it with GoTafe.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Weeks ago or a few rounds ago, they played North and had a very similar first quarter and ended up getting done. So, yeah, JT will be preaching. Please just get through the four quarters. Great four-quarter effort here for Wodonga.
Hey, Mont, also noticed, mate, JT's just come to the bench for the start of this quarter. I guess he worked pretty hard, didn't he, off the ball as much as anything. Nothing in that?
No, nothing in that, mate. He's right to go. Yeah, I think he'll be short, sharp bursts. On and off the bench, I reckon he'll probably come to the bench 3 or 4 times during the quarter.
How many for Baker in the first term?
Angus Baker, 7 touches and 3 goals, Gussie, on the 40
Interesting
wings.
to see how long Sam Hargraves stays with him. Angus Baker's certainly got the points early stages. Players are making their way to positions. 4-4-28 the Bulldogs. The Panthers 1-1-7. As we get ready to commence the second term on O&M Live. Scott Montgomery's boundary side for the Newey. Derek Viccaro's on the 40 winks. Myself and Robbie McKinlay with you for McRae Motors. Umpire Mason's is having a long think about this one. Now he's ready to kick it off for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
Here we go. Second quarter action, and it'll be a 28-7 lead. That's 21 points, and Wodonga lead as Baker gets the first kick out of the middle, and it's a kick into half forward. Jorgensen got under a high one. Handball was intercepted brilliantly by Billy Glanville. Had to kick in a hurry. Good half volley gather there by Hannah. Handball was a bit hot though. Spiteri, Hopper went back, tackled, got the gather. Handball released to Willis. He's under the pump here. Willis floats a handball back to Marsh. Marsh goes across the ground. He targets Newton. The boy from Henty, he cops a little bit of a crude one. A nice old ear massage there from Cade Brown. And it'll be Newton who brings the ball back to half forward. A kick finds Sammy Hargrave.
On the edge of the centre square, goes by hand. Poor to his brother. He got it on the top towards Garland, who goes backwards. Retreats, and he's found Newton. Boundary side, Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. The dual stick looked to be pretty sore.
Yeah, very sore in that first marking contest. Not sure what he did, but the trainer got waved away straight away, so he's out there still going.
Inside 50 go the Panthers and Cookie. Big Aiden Cooks on the end of this Luke Garland delivery. He'll go back and have a set shot, 40 metres out, slight angle.
Yeah, great inside 50 there from Luke Garland, but it was the kick before that he had where he went backwards under a bit of pressure, facing the wrong way. Went back, cool, calm head. That's what you want from your leaders of a club. So he great decision-making from Luke Garland, and then the inside 50. And Aiden Cook, really great lead there. That's what they needed, a bit more movement inside 50, get on the leading lanes because the Wodonga defence like to drop off.
How desperately the Panthers need this one. Aiden Cook's right foot kick is across the face to the right-hand side for a minor score. The Panthers 1-2-8, the Bulldogs 4-4-28. CMV, truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess we spoke a lot about the dominant quarter from Angus Baker as the Doggies bring the ball back in, find Wilson, but Lavington need a lot of players to lift, big time. They're at midfield, Jet Cassidy has it. A little clever midfielder, he kicks it nicely. So right smack bang in the centre of the ground.
I've liked Bradshaw's game today, Robbie.
Yeah, I've got to find the right spot for him. They're not far off it. Bradshaw's kick. He gave up a bit of ground. He found Cade Brown, and he goes wide. And he finds, is it Hines?
Yes, No Hair Hines.
No Hair Hines. A kick's not a bad one. Picked up by Mimo. He's under pressure, Gussie. A good tackling by the Panthers. They'll get out of trouble.
We'll go around the ground soon with Derek Vaccaro. As the Panthers want to look to come in board. It's a dangerous kick. Driscoll's out the back. Umpire's going to pay advantage. Sean kicks at the top of the goal square. Aiden Cook's all alone. Good vision from Driscoll. Cook plays on to Neander. Neander to the big sticks. Panthers are on the board. They've got 2. 2-2 plays 4-4, and the Bulldogs were caught napping. JT will be fuming with that one, Monty, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, he will be. It was a brave kick coming back inboard. Didn't quite come off, but they got the kick and got it out the back, and away they went. Shawnee Driscoll got on his bike, and Aiden Cook did too, back towards goal, and it's a beautiful kick from Shawnee Driscoll. Don't know about the handball in the goal square, but it all works out well for Lavington in the end.
And we'll just go around the grounds quickly too. Boys, Yarrawonga 7-3-45 plays Raiders 1, 28-8 here at Martin Park in favour of Wodonga, 35-15 in the way of Rovers over Myrtleford, and North Albury 9 plays Wangaratta 41.
Back in the middle, Hannah got the decisive tap though. Johnson, his handball was smothered and bounced straight back to him, so he kicked it inside half forward. Jet Cassidy marks. He's playing on Butler. Cassidy, it's a wisely weighted kick into the hot spot, falls away of Willis. Willis off half back for Lavington. Garland's really lifted his game, has his hands on the footy again. Garland's kick, it's not as good as the previous one. Good work by Driscoll though. Willis came through hard, was tackled, knocked off the footy, and he'll be balled up smack bang in the centre of the ground. If you've just joined us, the Bulldogs lead 4-4-28, Panthers 2-2-14. This is Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
And
here's
boys,
Gus
Lavington they've decided to go with Chris Annette when Angus Baker goes inside 50, so it's good to see they made that change.
Wilson goes via hand to the outer side. He's got Tom Johnson with the Dogs. Inside 50 with a booming left foot kick. Good use of the body from Jonathan Spina. Too strong for Oscar Wilding. Socks up Spoons, as the boys were calling him during the week, Big Mac.
Don't mind it.
He kicks out wide. Newton drops a mark he should have taken. Pressure comes from the stick. He's ignored. Willis handballs over the top. The two Bushy boys are in synergy. Hargrave over the top now. It's Billy Glanville. Outer side for the Panthers. He kicks long down the line. Contest. Good fist from Soroczynski. The big maroon pole's in my way here. Big Max, so you might have to take over.
Got it, mate. Cleared the pole. Oh, the kick. Another turnover opportunity here for the Panthers. Marked by Hopper. A tumbling kick into half forward. Cook's there. Fist was good. Came to ground. That was from O'Sullivan. Cook was a bit crude. He got away with it. Hallows is clever. Hallows kicks a goal. Panthers get back-to-back goals. Margin back to 8 points. 5 minutes gone. Second quarter. That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. But another turnover in midfield, Monty, has made them pay dearly. Panthers back in it.
Yeah, poor kick from Cade Brown. Come back to the middle there, but smart movement from Lavington. Got it on the boot quickly. Aiden Cook just created the contest and away they went. Macca Hallows, that's when he's dangerous. When the ball's at ground level, he's quicker than a lot and he's a great decision maker and a great finish there.
Yeah, great finish there again by Lavington. 2 goals from their 3 inside 50s in the first 5 minutes of this contest. So really positive signs in the second quarter for Lavi on the 40-wing stat sheet.
8-point ball game. The Bulldogs lead over the Panthers. Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Matthey's tracking this one. Gets it onto Baker. who's playing some game, loses his footing, gets up in the nick of time, and goes to the top inside 50 to stick.
Wow.
He's doing it all today. When you're hot, you're hot.
Wow.
He's kicked a 60-metre barrel to the dual stick.
And laces out, chest mark to the dual stick too. He's the only guy on the comp, I reckon, that could kick a 60-metre top and hit a target inside 50. That's how good this man Angus Baker is. But the dual stick, again, presented really well and just kept coming up at the footy. So he'll have a shot from here and he's right within his range.
Back from a week off after a stint in Europe, the dual stick kicks a goal. He loves it, the big dual stick. The response the Bulldogs needed, and they extend the margin to 14 points. CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, what a great finish there by the dual stick. But is that not play of the year by Angus Baker, boys? He's up to the 10 touches so far in this contest, 3 goals and a 60-metre torp that hit Sam Jewell right on the chest as well. So really good comeback goal there by Wodonga, and they've back in front of this contest.
What was he doing in Europe, Gus?
At a wedding.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Nice place to go for a wedding.
What part of Europe?
The European part.
Yeah, righto. It's a pretty big joint, Europe. Here's Baker. Who else? Tackled. Intercept. Glanville's kick was smart. Here's Ewan McKinlay. Broke one tackle. Drove it long. If it hits the gold square, it doesn't. Morrison brought it to ground. Hannah was there. Eventually got a kick out. Cook was there. Here's a chance. Snapped by Driscoll. Shorty Driscoll, but look at that. In the gold square, all on his own, was Matty Wilson. Gee, that was clever. Got it on to Mimo. Kicked in a hurry. It was a bit dangerous, but Jorgensen has it.
He had some pressure coming from Glanville, who's held him up nicely to stop the run of play of the Bulldogs. Jorgensen kicks out to the Les Cheesley side wing. Soroczynski marks.
Brave footy they play, don't they?
They take the game on.
Yeah.
It's an attractive brand to watch. 7.5, almost 8 minutes gone for A.T. Jones. The Dogs are in towards attack. Yellen's too strong out in front. Too much strength there. Who's a bit slow to get up, boys? It looks like it's Yates who the mark was against, but he's done well because he's held the Bulldogs' momentum. Yellen's going to kick. Kicks narrowly inside 50. Jorgensen, read at the best of the lot.
No, he's going to be balled up.
touch.
Yeah, touch, boys.
Oh, talk us through that one, Monty.
Yeah, the umpire went a bit early with the whistle and then realised that it was touch. So
good on him.
Done the right thing and balled it up.
8 minutes and a half gone. We'll ball the footy up at centre half forward. Driscoll's in the ruck. It's Big Jack for the Panthers, and we'll ball it up 45 metres out from the Dogs' goal. 14-point lead to Wodonga on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Got a second ball duck in the Cricket Wodonga Hume Grand Final this year, Big Jack, playing for Euron Creek. Mayfie, if it's vantage, he's going to run into an open goal. It's going to go the other way, and it's going to go to the man who claims it was a no ball.
Oh, boys, bit going on here. Joy
JT
Taylor just dropped Andrew Yates because Yates might have thrown a cheap one towards Angus Baker, I reckon, boys. So it's going to be a 50-metre penalty paid.
There we go.
Oh, and Hargey's just given one to JT in the guts as well, and I reckon JT might win an Academy Award for that one.
Yeah,
So,
the umpire had a good look. Anyway, the free kick reversal. It's been reversed.
No, the umpires have got miscommunication here. They've got to sort it out. It's 50-metre penalty.
Mason's involved.
No, Josh Mayfie's going to have a shot. He still hasn't been told. Tell the kid. Oh, the umpire's had
this is bad, boys.
Yeah, well, look, it's just
They've
poor
lost the
communication.
plotting. Yeah. It's got to be Jack Driscoll's kick with a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, it's spot on. And that's the way it's going to pan out. I keep saying it, Monty has got to turn his wares to umpiring.
Hey, how quick's Jack Driscoll giving that away?
Connor Willis going to have a shot here. Oh, gee. No one on the mark. Play on. Driscoll kicks ordinary. He's in the hander. Brought it to ground. Chance for Ewan McKinlay. Overrun it. Came back the second time. Went one way. Went back the other. He goes for the old boomerang. And again, it would have gone through. But the man from Koroit, O'Sullivan, was there. Gus, last line of defence. Got it off to Spiteri.
It might have been Soroczynski, in fact, who's found Hines. And Hinesy drops a mark uncharacteristically. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Watermelon would have drowned him, boys. That was a shocker from Hinesy. That's normally his one woods, the clean hands out in front and the kicking. So he'll be disappointed in himself there, Hinesy.
Bit of spice in this game now, which is what we like at the 10-minute mark. It's a 14-point lead to the home side, the Dogs. Free kick, a whistle. Umpire's going to pay advantage of the Dogs. It's in the hands of Bradshaw, who kicks up to Hines, who has a clean possession now. The lead comes inside, forward 50 to the stick, out in front. But Spoon Spinner, a golden fish. Spud Frawley be stoked with that one, Mont.
Yeah, Jono Spinner. He just does not get beaten much at all.
Big Mac.
Yep. Driscoll won the tap. Mayfield over the back, gathered it. Handball put his mate Wilson under a lot of pressure. And he didn't have...
He's on again here, boys.
He's on again here. JT's keen to get involved.
Yeah, Aiden Cook might have been a bit aggressive when Matty Wilson was on the ground there, so...
Well, it's about time they do it. They're playing for their bloody season here. It's going to be game on here. Jewel got it on there. Quick kick in the air. Karate style. O'Sullivan from long range. Kicks long. Pocket. Oh, almost taken by Oscar Wilding. Kick off the ground was okay. Handball over the top's going to go the way of the Hanson. Oh, good work by Jewel. Works its way back now to Mafey. Under the pump
here. Free kick here to Baker,
free
boys.
kick. Baker Street has going to get a free kick. What did you see there, Mont?
Yeah, just carried on once the ball come out. The tackle went a little bit too long and definitely free kick there. So Baker will go back for his fourth here, boys. On a slide angle, about 40 out.
And the Berrigan Bull there, Jack Yellen, he's just given a little bit of advice for a couple of Lavington players. And Baker will go back and try to kick his fourth and extend the lead to 20 points. Bit happening, Gussie.
Yeah, it's plenty in this one. We're backing him in, Mont.
I'm backing him for sure. Absolutely.
Don't put them mods on him.
Robbie,
you stay out of it.
I'll call the result. All I'll say is a beautiful drop punt. Exponent of the game. Baker comes in with a beautiful drop punt. You guessed it. 4 goals to Baker.
And then he's gone and dropped Yates.
Now he's coming and give Yates one, did he, Gus? Monty?
Just pushed him over. Yeah, there's nothing much in it. Just pushed him over. He's copping it from everywhere, Baker, so he's got to give it back, I guess he's thinking.
Well, we have seen more violent games between these two clubs. Hashtag the Bloodbath 1990.
Only about 33 years ago.
Angus Baker,
20-point lead to the Bulldogs, 6-4. Panthers 3-2. And we've gone about 12 and a half minutes on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
We have an Angus Baker, boys. 12 touches, 4 goals this game. He's the best player on the ground by the straight at Flemington. He's dominating this contest. And Wodonga, they extend their lead now to 20 points.
Got to be something done about Angus Baker. He's single-handedly robbing the Panthers of their finals appearance. McKinlay goes inside 50 via the clearance now for the Panthers. Morrison's on the last line of defence, and O'Sullivan, who's playing some game of footy for mine, he's happy to take that ball across the boundary line, or in fact the behind line. He kicks in from fullback. Hanson sat under the hole. Yates comes through. Yates' kick was smothered off the boot. Well done there by Wortman. Handballs over the top to Bradshaw. On the half-back flank, his kick was an underground worm burner. Yatesy lost his footing for the Panthers. Spiteri come in and got him in a tackle. Out towards Hanson. Hanson handballs. He's got McKinlay. 55 from home. Piercing kick inboard. And taking a good mark. It looks like it's Deneen. At full-back, in fact, it was old Three Rims Venturoni. And he switches dangerously, Big Mac.
Yeah, Hopper got a hand on it and got it out over the boundary line. Yeah, the kick from you in there, I think Timmy Hanna might have been looking for a bit more height on that occasion. It was well covered there by the Doggies' defence. They lead it by 20, 6-4 to 3-2. She's headed up a little bit.
One thing Wodonga's doing really well, especially in the back half, that is zoning off really well and getting into the leading lanes, not giving Lavington much room to move down there.
Boundary front, ball ends up out over the back. Baker got his hands on it. Back to Cade Brown. Under pressure. Cade Brown kicks. They got numbers there, the Panthers. JT. Taylor did well. Regathered. Got his own ball back towards Tommy Johnson. Jack Harlan read it beautifully. Midfield. Booming left foot kick. Who's at the back? Driscoll. Marks. Just inside the 50. He has an option to go short here to Ewan McKinlay, and that's exactly what he'd do. Good running by the young fella. Kept running inside forward 50, and Doggies' defence weren't keen to go with him.
I don't think they could, Robbie. That was probably the problem there with the way Rui runs. I reckon he probably could have turned and taken off if he had a bit of voice around him too. I thought he had plenty of room, which I'll probably back him more on the run than this one. Robbie, what do you reckon?
Yeah, he's probably hasn't been as good on the set shots. Missed the chance last week in the last quarter. So he'll kick it from around about 45 metres. Kick on the way, and it's straight through the guts. That's a lovely finish from Ewan McKinlay. Panthers needed that one. 4-2-26. They trail the Bulldogs 6-4-40, and McKinlay has his second.
Yep, kicks his second goal. Ewan for 8 touches as well. So he's been really instrumental for Lavington, being one of their better players, and they just work their way back into the contest slowly. 9 inside 50s for them. Tommy Hargrave, he's touched the ball 3 times. Billy Glanville's been a little bit quiet. He's only had the 5 touches for the game, and Jake O'Brien has had 1 touch this quarter, so he's been kept really quiet as well for Lavington Panthers on the 40-wing stat sheet.
15 minutes gone. 26 plays 40. The Bulldogs lead for CMV Truck and Bus. We're back in the centre of the ground. The dual stick's gone in the ruck. And Hannah had too much height for him. On towards McKinlay. Over the top, he's got Big Aiden Cook, 50 from home. Cookie sets sail and kicks a Sunjam goal today. 2 in 20 seconds from the Lavington Panthers. And all of a sudden, it's an 8-point ball game on O&M Live.
Yeah, what a tap from Timmy Hannah there. Got it down in the space exactly where he wanted it, and it just opened the game up. The Wodonga defence had to then come up, and then Aiden Cook got out the back, and what a finish from about 50 metres out around the corner, if you don't mind.
Ewan McKinlay, he's quickly becoming their best player at the moment. He's had the 10 touches, and he's kicked 2 goals as well, and he had a big hand in that goal there, Robbie.
Yeah, brilliant centre clearance. He read Hannah's work well, but he's just got that pace and anticipation and hit a target, and Cook with a booming drop punt. Panthers have got the margin back to 8 points all of a sudden. Yellen over the foot. That's a careless tackle.
Yeah, in the back.
You just don't give those ones away. So Yellen in the middle of the ground has it. He goes wide and he sees Spiteri, true centre wing, grandstand side of the ground here at Martin Park. Runs his full measure, drives in the end. The bounce keeps the ball in. Tapped by Annette. And in the end, it was John O'Spina who's going to take it out over the boundary line. It'll be a boundary throw in. Gussie, 10 metres around from the Doggies' goals. They lead 40-32 in a really good game of footy for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
Keep an eye on Baker here, boys. He's been copping a lot of attention around the stoppage. Well done by Glanville to clear defensive lines. The ball gets its way into the centre of the ground. Umpire says we'll let this one play out. Johnson's handball was poor. Jorgensen wraps up a big tackle. And the umpire says now we'll ball it up right in the centre of the ground. The Dogs, 6-4-40. The Panthers, 5-3-33 for CMV. Truck and bus. Ball the footy up right in the centre of the ground, Big Mac.
Yeah, good call there for the umpire. It could have gone either way, and he showed great discretion, I thought. Hargrave did well to get the handball out. Macahallows tracks it. Nice work there by Venturoni. Big Timmy Hannah. Bit of heavy work from the boy from Hay. He keeps going. Kick off the ground's intercepted. A fumble. Chance here for Macahallows on hands and knees. Handball over the top by Deneen. There's chance for Luke Garland. The experience goes long. Big, tall Jack's there. Knocked off the footy magnificently, but it's a free kick.
Oh, no.
Oh, against Morrison. He did well not to give away 50 there. And Big Jack Driscoll has a chance to get the Panthers' 3rd goal in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Again, one-on-ones inside 50. That's when the Lavington have to get the ball in nice and quick. Garland just got it on the boot, one-on-one, and it's very scary when guys this size have undersized defenders on him. And Charlie Morrison just grabbed on a little bit there, took the mark, but probably grabbed on. And, yeah, free kick to Jackie Driscoll.
Smart play by Luke Garland. Driscoll comes in and kicks a goal. So the Panthers are right back in this. Don't you worry about that. It is a 1-point margin now, 40-39. One of the best games we've seen this season. It's been a few turnovers, but by G Monty, I like the pressure around the footy. It's like a finals game, this one.
Yeah, it's been hot, hasn't it? There's been a few mistakes made, and that's probably coming from the pressure more than anything. The ball's hitting the ground a lot, so both teams just need to clean that up and try and get some better transition, and we might see this game really open up, boys.
Yeah. Monty, I was going to say, sorry to cut you off, Fax. I was going to say, it seems like Lavington have only played 2 or 3 minutes of footy, and now they only trail by a point.
Yeah, they've shown us when they're on, they can score quickly, so that's what they've got to do. They've got to stay like this for longer than what Wodonga can.
Mathy, he gets his hands on the footy. His numbers, please, Dan Vaccaro.
That was his 8th touch, Gus.
And here's a go for Cactus Brown, who kicks long down the line. It's not his best kick. It's out of bounds on the full, right in front of Mimo. Filming today's coverage for Optus O&M TV, and the stream being put together by Lukey Chilcott and the boys back at Wangaratta Computers. Hope you're enjoying today's coverage. The kick down the line for Lavington. Too much on it for Neander. Johnson right on the boundary line. Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Talk us through this.
Yeah, no, the ball just got bumped straight over from Tommy Johnson and Sean Driscoll. So, the boundary throw in right in front of the interchange gates, boys, as it's about to get tossed in now.
Centre wing, right in front of us. Hannah. Gus is tapping the window. Down it goes out. Kick towards the boundary line. And it'll go out.
If you missed that one, boys, that was Baker again who got that clearance. So
it'll go out over the boundary line there. Another one for 40 winks for Angus Baker. So things have really tightened up here. The last 3 goals to the Lavington Panthers. Margin was at 20 points at the 12-minute mark. They've kicked 3 goals in 4 minutes. Here's Mathy. Kicks the ball deep into the pocket. Spina has been outstanding down back. Knocks it out over the boundary line. I'll keep going here, Gussie, while this clear. You're getting your seat around the corner there, mate?
No, give it a go.
I'll open it up for you, mate. You've just got to hang your head out that window a bit. I'll hold your legs. Away you go.
Boundary throw in deep in the pocket. The sticks in the ruck. Hannah won that one down for the Panthers. pinballs around with a high up and under kick in towards the hot spot. There's a whistle and Monty can raffle it.
Yeah, pushing the back straight away. Just try to use his body there, Jorgensen, but yeah, just in the back of Marsh, so free kick to Marsh.
Clayton Marsh, I think he's one of only a handful premiership players left in this lineup for the Panthers.
I'll tell you shortly, Gus.
He goes to a net, and a net comes inboard. He's got the trotter, Billy Glanville. Handballs over the top to Willis on the edge of the centre square. The Panthers go into attack, and they're starting to look dangerous. Too much on it for Garland. O'Sullivan, he left it behind. In fact, it was Morrison. Morrison to Driscoll. Driscoll, this is Jack. Inboard towards Newton. Big tackle applied. Umpire says play on. Willis is there for the Panthers, goes by hand, in towards Hargrave. Hargrave shot, and the Panthers have hit the front. A captain's goal from Tom Hargrave is just what the doctor ordered, and Lavington hit the front for the first time this afternoon.
I think they've played a free kick in the middle here, boys. I don't know what's going on. The whistle went as the ball went through for a goal, so we'll see something happen here.
Yeah, I think if that happens, the goal counts, doesn't it? And then the free kick gets handed out.
Have not got control of the...
Yeah, talk us through the goal from Big Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Hargrave. How good was that? Great hands over the top by Willis, and then away they went. So I think it's going to be a free kick to Lavington here. So it must have been a bit of mouthing from the Wodonga player. And I reckon it might have been Hig too, Gussie.
Oh, dangerous kick from Hanno. Might work out okay. Coming in to help Willis out was Joey Hansen, provided the Great Shepherd. Willis, look away, handball to Neander. He'll go close from here. Kicks from 50, long, top of the goal square. Cook, Driscoll, ball to ground. Panthers attacking, lead by 5. Driscoll snaps a point. 6-point lead to the Panthers. 7 goals for Bulldogs 6-4. And this is the sort of footy we've seen from the Panthers during the season, but we haven't seen enough of it. Ripping game, 6-point lead. Wodonga pumps and mowers. Lavington lead it.
They certainly do. Inboard go the Dogs. Nice looking kick to Yallen on the half volley. Or did he get it clean? He got it clean. Umpire's going to call him to play on now. Inboard to O'Sullivan, who's been behind Baker. Wodonga's best for mine. Playing a brilliant roll across centre half back for the Dogs. Umpire calls him to play on. He's got a booming kick inside 50. Wilding flew across the pack. Spiteri stayed at ground level. Got thrown under the footy by Yates, and the umpire saw it too.
Grabbed the jumper, boys. So, yeah, just pulled him on the jumper. So that one was there, and Spiteri will pump him inside 50 again.
55 from home is Noah Spiteri. A congested forward line awaits. He wants to find a lead. He's going to chip it up to the hot spot. Lavington have numbers, one of whom is Spina, and he marks a true fullback for the Panthers. 40 plays 46. Lavington lead at the 23-minute mark of the second term for CMV Truck and Bus.
Spina off the left foot, kicks it outside forward 50. Billy Glanville went down, didn't matter. Andrew Yates took a good grab, kicks it long to half forward, and there he is, your boy, Jack O'Sullivan.
Good game.
Takes a real good grab. Now he takes him on, a bit of a risky kick, but it's centimetre perfect. Clever work there by Mimo. Kicks it inside forward 50. Come to T will give away a free kick there. Oh, no. Play-on's a call. Shawnee Driscoll brilliantly kicks it to centre wing. Here's a chance for Garland. He's got Hallows on his own, Gus. He's got a few options.
And he's well held up on the mark by Soroczynski. Now the run comes from Willis. Willis kicks to Hallows. Got there.
They are
slicing him open, the Lavington Panthers.
They are running them off their feet, Gus.
They certainly are, Big Mac. And Macca Hallows will have a set shot, tight angle deep in the pocket.
How much do you love seeing Connor Willis with the ball in his hands? He kicks the ball beautifully and got that one inside 50 nice and deep. What they're doing with their work rate, boys, they're opening up their forward line, which is making it really, really hard to defend for the Wodonga Bulldogs.
Macca Hallows, he's going to go the check side kick. Not the best connection off the boot. Across the face, a goal on O'Sullivan. He gets a touch on that one. Will ball the footy back into play. Deep in the pocket, in front of the can bar here at the Kennel. 24 minutes gone, and the Panthers lead by 6 points. Deep into attack, Wodonga pumps and mowers.
Yes, CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. In it comes. Driscoll was there. Driscoll, he ran away with it. The ball slipped out. Mayfield did well. Kick marked by Ewan McKinlay. Quickly knew it wasn't going to be marked, so he played on. Centred the ball. Comes to ground. Garland's there. Shovels a handball out. Intercepted by Mimo. Back to Venturoni. Kick's not a good one, though. And it's marked here by the Lavington Panthers. Joey Hansen, I think it is, guys.
Yeah, it is Joey Hansen, and he's got this in him, I reckon. If he gets on the move, he likes to get on the run, so I reckon he's definitely got it in him.
I reckon he gave himself away a couple of yards there. If he had stayed where he took the mark, time he pedalled back a bit, he lost a couple of metres. So 25 and a half gone second term. Doggies led by 20 early in the quarter. Lavington lead by 6 and a kick on the way. They've been hushed a bit here, the Doggies crowd. Hansen, good connection. No worries with distance. No worries with accuracy. Normie McClure straight over the back of the head. Panthers get 5 in a row and they extend the lead out to 12 points. A Sunjan goal of the day contender, Joe Hansen. But it was pressure from the Lavington forwards that did it, Monty. Margin's 12 points.
Yeah, absolutely it was. Just the pressure on the kicking coming out, and Joey Hansen is set up really well from that far wing, and the ball falls in his hands, and as I said, he's a beautiful kick of the footy when he gets moving, so great finish there from Joe Hansen.
Yeah, it was a great finish, and Angus Baker, boys, he's probably had a really good start to the quarter, but he has been a little bit quiet to the drop end, so they've got to find a way to get him back into the contest and get Wodonga back in. 9
goals in the quarter. It's been a fantastic viewing game. Inside 50 go the Panthers once again. O'Sullivan, Wilson, and now on to 3 rims. Venturoni exits defensive 50. Taylor got met by Butler, and the ball spills out of bounds for a boundary throw in. The Bulldogs need the halftime siren, Monty. They've got to regroup.
Absolutely, they're doing. As you said about Baker, they've got Billy Glanville going with him around the stoppages now, so he's actually got to sort of have a bit of a defensive mindset as well, instead of just having that defensive player on him the whole time.
First quarter went 25 and a half minutes, and we had 5 goals kicked, so someone might have another minute in it. Glanville, gee, that's a clever handball to Willis. He took him on. Good tackle, O'Sullivan. Free kick will go the way of the Doggies. Advantage rule played. Cade Brown, he handballed it, but no one was looking, although Baker, he's that good. Slid a handball on to JT. Back to Mimo. Kicked, too much pepper on it. Good defensive work there from the Panthers. Another chance here for Mimo. Here's Jet Cassidy. Screws it over his left-hand shoulder from downtown, and he kicks it out of bounds on the full. And Andrew Yates will be able to bring the ball back in last side of the fence. 27 and a half gone, Gus. Panthers lead by 12 points.
Cracking second term of footy for C&V Truck and Bus. Baker. This could be the last roll of the dice here for the Dogs before the major break. 75 from home. Chisels one to the stick. The stick marks. And he's going to have to kick this one 50 metres in the tightest angle on the ground. And not to give you a blast from the past, Monty, but Nick Hines kicked one from here on Anzac Day.
Yeah, well...
If he can do it, maybe the dual stick
Yeah, I'm going to back
well.
the dual stick here, but how well did Angus Baker read that footy there as it was coming out? Took the grab and then a great kick. They were pointing at each other. They knew exactly great connection between the two of them and a good finish.
Dual stick from outside the boundary line. Right foot kick. It's on line, doesn't quite have the legs. Touched, and will that behind count, Monty?
Yep.
It should.
Absolutely will, because it was Lavington.
Why would you hit it that way, Mon?
Yeah, it's not smart. And the ball.
Why would you do it that way?
Just stay with the ball here, boys. There's a little bit going on off the ball.
Well, the halftime scoreboard reads 6-5-41. The Bulldogs to the Panthers 8-4-52. 9-goal second term. Scintillating footy, and Lavington are playing for their season. Plenty more to come here on O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Clear.
Why would you punch that through for a point?
And it's not the same thing.
And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
8-4-52, leading Wodonga 6-5-41, 11-point lead, and it's a turnaround of 32 points from the quarter time. So Lavington just absolutely blitzed it in that second quarter with a 7-goal to 2 quarterbacks. And I'll tell you what, if Lavington play footy like that, they can beat anyone.
They can. There probably wasn't a whole lot Wodonga did wrong in that second half of the second quarter. I think Lavi were just playing brilliant football. They have some players with some really raw pace that Wodonga can't match. You look at Ewan McKinlay, who's been fantastic that quarter, but it's all about that sort of pace and getting it forward. And you know, hit the nail on the head that quarter, Mont, is when you get it forward with pace and you get a one-on-one contest. That's when you're going to see scores, and that's what Lavi did really, really good that second quarter.
I think they could have gone in a bit quicker at times too. At times they had Timmy Hanna just with his hand up, kick it to me, and they went short and it wasn't quite on. They had to kick it in there nice and long. Would have loved to see what Timmy could have done in the one-on-ones as well, because when Jack Driscoll's got a one-on-one, he's got a couple free kicks, had a couple shots on goal. I think Timmy can do the same sort of job. So it's one of those ones, and if we just roll through the goal kickers at the moment, for Lavington, we've got Jack Driscoll, Tyson Book with 1. Joe Hansen and Macahallow's also with 1, and Ewan McKinlay's kicked the 2. When we go to Wodonga, probably the best man on the ground at half time. Angus Baker's kicked the 4. Oscar Wilding's got 1, and Sam Jules got 1. So they need to get a little bit more out of a couple of those guys, don't they? Especially in that forward line. Nick Hines, probably Oscar Wilding's been a little bit quiet for his standards. Kicked that goal very early on in that first quarter. So if we have a look at the 40-wing stats, Vax, what do they tell us?
Well, you're gonna find an even contest. If you look at the inside 50s, they're exactly the same. So 28 inside 50s from both teams. They've both been okay marking the ball inside 50 as well. 9 marks for Wodonga and 8 marks for Lavington. So it's a pretty even output, but it's more so a game of two halves a little bit at this moment. But look, you talk about sort of Angus Baker. He's the best player on the ground by a mile for mine. He's had 15 touches and 4 goals. The other one that I really want to touch on, who is an unbelievable footballer in my eyes, is Jack O'Sullivan off the half-back line. Not only does he read the football probably almost better than anyone, but he actually uses the football great as well. He's a really, really good player. I love watching him on.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been fantastic. Every game I've watched him this year, he's really good in the one-on-ones, as you said, and he uses the footy over distance. Like, he's great short. He makes good decisions, which makes his kicking look a little bit better short, but his long kicking's absolutely next level, and it's got that real punch. It makes a good sound off the boot, and it definitely travels the distance. So at the moment, I think Wodonga probably lost the plot a little bit in the last 10 minutes of that quarter. back. Do you agree with that? They're probably, obviously, Angus Baker's copping a lot of attention off the ball, and they're probably trying to stand up for him, but there is a time and a place, and I feel that they probably went a little bit too far. It happened once, fair enough, but then it happened 3 or 4 times where they're giving away free kicks or not concentrating on what's happening on with the ball, and it's costing them in the long run.
Yeah, you're spot on, Mon, and there's a really fine line between overstepping the mark and hitting it and nailing it perfectly. And Wodonga, more often than not, they love that sort of contest.
Absolutely.
Usually,
they're well known for it.
They're known it, and that bulldog in them that's literally they live up to that expectation. But I think they did go over the line a little bit. I think JT, to be fair, he did get a lot of attention from the Lavington players, and in that first quarter he was brilliant at setting the tone of the game. I think he went a little bit overboard and lost the plot a little bit that quarter. So they've really got to bring it back. Start playing their footy they like. Start being hard around the contest. Continue being hard around the contest because that's what they're great at. But I feel like they lost the plot a little bit in that last 15 minutes, Mon.
Absolutely, and we'll just quickly go around the grounds. We've got Yarrawonga 14-5-89 leading the Raiders 4-4-28. Probably one we all thought would happen, that one.
Yep.
Obviously, down at the WJ Finlay Oval, we've got 12-12-84 to the Rovers, 4-3-27 to Myrtle. Another one we probably thought would happen. And over at Button Park, 11-8-74 playing to Wangaratta in front of North Albury 4-5-29. So probably another one. So this is probably the game of the round, which we probably thought. That's why we've got the A team here. You're listening to the Elders Rule halftime show. And if you're just joining us at the moment, we have Lavington 8-4-52 leading Wodonga 6-5-41, 11-point lead to the Lavington Panthers, who really turned it on in that second quarter. All right, Adam Snyder, you're really happy with that second quarter, Vax. What do they need to do to continue this going on? Do they try and just be conservative, or they have to keep taking the game on like they did a bit more in the second half of that second quarter?
No question, they've got to take the game on. If they start being conservative, Wodonga are going to run all over them and win. So they got to take risks. They're great at it. They're a quick team. They've got to start winning out of the middle in the coalface, make the most of the ruck. Wodonga are pretty undermanned in the ruck duel, and they've got a really great ruckman in Tim Hanna, so they've got to start winning out of the centre bounce. That's what's going to get them the game. Wodonga, they've probably got to change it up a little bit. I mean, the one thing that was concerning for Wodonga, we talk about Angus Baker, and we sung his praises that quarter. When Lavington were completely on top, the Angus Baker was nowhere to be seen in that sort of 10 minutes as well. So that's going to be some little DNA that they can look into. Is we've got to try and nullify. You're not going to keep him quiet in the second half. He's still going to have 30 touches. You're going to try and nullify his influence. If you nullify his influence and take a little bit off Jack O'Sullivan's influence, they can win the game by simply cutting out 2 players, Mont.
Absolutely. And we spoke about it at the quarter time that Chris Annette was probably the one that needed to go to him when he went inside 50, which they pulled that move, which I love. I reckon that was great. And then around the stoppages, it's probably one I didn't see coming, but Billy Glanville went to him, which probably just all of a sudden he had to defend a little bit more. Yeah, exactly, because Billy can get off the chain himself, but also it's a midfielder that is there to win a stoppage as well. It's not someone who's just playing that defensive role. Correct. So Baker can't just do his own thing, get a block and he's out. All of a sudden he's got Billy Glanville who's playing as a midfielder to try and win the footy at the same time.
Well, the thing with Baker is his footy IQ is unbelievable. It's almost AFL standard. So he's going to work out how run with players in the O&M work and how he can get on the other side. So I really like that idea of putting a really good midfielder like Billy Glanville with him to make him work both ways.
And now let's just jump over through the little roller door they got here at Martin Park and go into the Wodonga rooms. As JT, what would he be saying right now? Do you think we've got to just get back to what we did well in the first quarter, or do you think that he might just change a lot of things up and try and really open the game up a little bit?
I don't know if you're going to try and change too much. I think they've got to cool down as one thing, and I think they've just got to get back to the footy that they were playing, and I think they've got to rely on what Lavington are seeing Wodonga's weaknesses. Baker, you've got Sullivan, you've got Morrison, who are all great players. You've just got to keep playing the way they're going to play. They're going to try and get the ball forward, win it in the contest. You've got big body midfielders. I know you speak about Matthew as a small person, but he's a big body midfielder in the way that he plays.
I knew he'd get a mention there.
Oh, of course.
I knew he'd get a mention.
Of course. And the other guy that I've been really impressed with so far, and it's probably his first real breakout game, is I really like Jack Yellen. His body in the contest is really important for Wodonga, so they've got to start winning it out of the contest, and they've got the midfielders to do it, Mike. And then you've got players that link up into their 50 better than anyone, like Jorgensen and Jet Cassidy, who were really evident in that first quarter, and we didn't see it a whole lot in the second, and even Noah Spiteri as well. So those players there, they've got to be really smart and link up with their forwards, who isn't a great forward line Wodonga. I still think if they're going to be a successful football, it's makeshift. I think they need a gun full forward. That's why those players that play on that half forward and wing are so important for Wodonga to use the ball perfect.
Yeah, well, one player I think we've probably missed is Noah Bradshaw. It's probably been his best game back in Dogs colours this year. Obviously coming back from Southport. I think he's been really good. If he could just find the footy another 3 or 4 times a quarter, I feel he'd go to that next level because his work rate is second to none. I think he's a guy that could really, really improve this side if he could find, instead of getting his 7 to 15 touches.
Yeah, well, he's had 7 this game. Which
so he's going to end up with 15.
Isn't a lot. He's going to have 15.
Which, if he could end up being a 25 possession player, I think he'd be taken a long way.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Elders Rural Halftime Show. We're going to get a quick netball update thanks to Ray White Rural, and after that, we're going to have all the action of the third quarter coming up for you on O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
This is
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Great to have your company on O&M Live. The third quarter is about to get underway. It's the premiership quarter, and the Panthers hold a 11-point lead. Scott Montgomery's boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Derek Vaccaro on the 40 winks. Myself, Gus McLeod from McRae Motors. Robbie McKinlay for Indigo Power. Monty boundary
just
side.
Just a quick one, yeah. Jack Ballon's trying to go to Billy Glanville to try and break that tag for Angus Baker. So be interesting to watch that one unfold.
For Indigo Power, you're with Robbie McKinlay.
Handball intercepted by Mathy. Mathy gets the ball into half forward now. Chance here for Jorgensen. Jewell got a good handball to him. A great tackle. Great rundown tackle there by Sammy Hopper. And he'll win a free kick for the Lavington Panthers. He was off to the races with Jorgensen. Great closing speed from Hopper. 52-41. Lavington will take this lead into the second half. And Hopper kicks long to centre wing. He targets Big Jack. But Morrison with class takes a good grab.
Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. Charlie Morrison and Jack O'Sullivan are really starting to become a really good 1-2 punch.
Absolutely. They make Wodonga just that bit of a better side, don't they, when their back six can hold up so well.
The kick goes inside 50, not the best. It spills out of bounds for a boundary throw. And if you just joined the broadcast, what was making stats news in the first quarter for 40 winks? Stan Vaccaro?
Oh, well, the evenness of the contest, really. 28 inside 50s each, so a really even output, and both teams are marking well. 9 marks to 8 marks inside the forward 50, so a really good arm wrestle here, Gus.
Throw in from Hannah, tapped it straight to Huey McKinlay, but he was tackled by Mimo and Co. And it'll be a ball up. Good position here, dangerous position for the Panthers. They've got to defend well here. Doggies 30 out from their own goal. Glanville cleverly got a kick into half forward. Intercepted. Now it's going to be locked down. No, it comes out. Matthew was outstanding. Nice work there again by Glanville, but it's marked there by Wortman. Between half forward and centre wing, he goes inside forward 50. Spinner for Lavington. Read it beautifully. Last line of defence. He's been good, Gussie. Another good strong grab.
He has given Oscar Wilding an absolute bath today, boys, in the forward 50 for Wodonga.
Spina kicks long down the ground. It's going to come back pretty quick. It's an intercept mark via Morrison. Opens the game up. Baker, left unattended. Call it directly in front, 45, maybe 50 metres out, Monty, and that's what good players do. They evade the tags.
Absolutely. They just keep working, don't they? They get deep forward. They come back up the ground. But what about the kick from Charlie Morrison there? Straight across the ground. Saw the leading Baker and just out in front. Did not break stride. So hats off to Charlie Morrison for that inside 50. But Baker, I reckon we're backing him from here. Boys, what do you reckon?
I'm going to back him in too, Monty. He's kicked 4 goals already. As the halftime spread comes delivered to the box, thanks to the Wodonga Bulldogs and thanks to Angus Baker. With a Sunjan goal today, he's kicked 5. Good luck picking another best on-ground player. Angus Baker is going to get the 3, the 2, and probably the 1, Vaxie.
What a kick by Angus Baker, boys. He's one of the best players in the competition now. 4 inside 50s already for Wodonga, so repeat inside 50s in the opening 3 minutes is great. Baker, 1 goal, 1 kick. Josh Mathy as well, hands on the footy early. Wodonga, really positive start after a negative second quarter, Robbie.
Yeah, really strong start by the Doggies this quarter. Just little things they've been doing, and Mathy has been at the forefront of it. It's been fantastic. Hannah got the tap straight to Hargraves. I think that one comes...
It's got to be Timmy Hannah's, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Tommy Johnson just jumped straight into him, which is probably the right call.
Oh, that's trouble. He handballed to Glanville. Kick was okay, falls the way of Ewan McKinlay. Long kick, top of the goal square. They've got the numbers of Doggies. Ball spills to the front of the pack. Good work. Handball over the top by Dunedin. Intercepted by Neander. Tyson Neander gets the intercept goal. He's got 2 now, and that's the quick reply. And it all came from that good clearance work again in the middle by big Timmy Hannah. And a couple of chaos kicks. Billy Glanville's involved. They got there in the end, and a good option, Mont, in the end, to get it long.
Absolutely. That's where you want to get it. One-on-ones we've spoken about. It doesn't give Wodonga a chance to zone off and do what they want to do and set up well defensively. So great kick, got it long and deep, and it was a great contest. They didn't give up the Lavington boys and put the pressure on, and then Tyson Neander was there. Johnny on the spot, kicks the goal.
Yeah, went in long and strong and caused the mistake there by Dunedin. And Lavington quick to mop up.
Really keen to watch this centre bounce stoppage play out. Yellen's doing some work, looking after his mate Gussie Baker, but they forgot about Mathy, who kicks inside 50. Cassidy flew at ground level. Butler was strong. Here's a go for Bradshaw. Evaded a couple tackles. In fact, it was Jorgensen. And he's going to be rewarded with a free kick. And Robbie, your man Cassidy, He's still on the deck. He looks very sore, Mont.
Yeah, he got absolutely nailed with Butler coming through at 100 miles an hour, and that free kick was paid for a trip, boys. So, Jorgensen will go back. Might be just outside his distance, I feel.
Geez, Butler cleaned that pack up, Gus.
If he comes in with a bit of pace on this run-up, Jorgensen, I'm going to back him in. Starts his approach. Right foot kicks. He's got it through. It just had the legs. And all of a sudden, it's back to a 5-point ball game. 3 goals in 5 minutes. A hot start to the third quarter for Indigo Power.
Yeah, what a start here by Wodonga to this third quarter. 5 inside 50s already, and the mark inside 50 as well. Josh Matthew, he's had 2 touches, both very instrumental. And Adam Jorgensen, he's had the 2 touches and a goal as well. So positive signs for Wodonga this quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gee, not only did Jack Cassidy get cleaned up in that pack by Adam Butler, Angus Baker was underneath it too, and Big Butsy, he spread it. It was like a bowling alley.
He's actually come off the ground, Jack Cassidy too, but he's gave the thumbs up to the medical staff, so probably just getting the breath back.
Will you send my boy my best wishes, please?
I will.
Good fist by Hannah. It almost got inside forward 50. It went the way of Sorochinsky. He was tackled by Driscoll straight away.
That's why he gave the thumbs up. The rooms are pretty close to Robbie, and he wanted to stay far away.
Keep that man at bay. Hey, good news. My man is good. Hannah's wrestling around there. Johnson was clever with a tap. Willis for Lavington gathered, tackled by Jorgensen, and it will be a ball up pretty much in the centre of the ground. Gussie, we've gone 6 minutes. As you said, we've already had 3 goals this quarter. 2 to Wodonga, 1 to Lavy. It's 58-53, Lavy lead.
Around the ground, so Bingley, the Gold Coast Suns lead by 22 points. Sack your coach and you're guaranteed a win.
Definitely.
Back here at the Martin Park, it's Macahellos. Dispossess of the footy. The Bulldogs have numbers. The kick goes long down the line from Wortman in towards centre half forward. Good work there from Wilding. He left it behind. Yellen came through. Back onto Wilding. Lowers the eyes, but it's a poor kick. Willis marks for the Panthers. Wants to switch the play towards Hargrave. Wilson for the Bulldogs is up to the challenge. Hargrave's working hard at Sam. 2-on-1. Wilson's there now. Whistle, free kick.
Yeah. Sammy Hargrave just tackled Kate Brown when he didn't have the footy, so free kick for Kate Brown, boys.
Might have been a good free kick, a clever free kick as Brown kicks inside 50. Contest forms. Butler is going to bomb it long down the line, but it's going to come back pretty quick. Tommy Johnson intercepts, chiselling kick inside 50. Wasn't the best. And the ball's in the hands of the trotter. Billy Glanville in the back pocket for the Panthers. 7 minutes gone for A.T. Jones. It's a 5-point ball game favouring the Panthers.
Glanville plays on. He had to kick it a hurry in the end, and that sort of distorted the end result a little bit. Free kick, whistle.
Yeah,
going to go the way of the Doggies.
Yeah, 3 rooms will get the free kick, I think. Aidan Cook just grabbed him and took him off the ball.
Has he got his wheel back? That's what I want to know. There he goes, Venturoni. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Big fly, ball to ground. And net went without it. Kick off the ground was clever. Chance for Spiteri. He couldn't quite pick it up. He was under a lot of pressure from Connor Willis. And it'll be balled up. 25 metres around from the Wodonga Gold. They trail 53-58. 8 minutes gone. That's for Indigo Power. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Gus McLeod.
Just quickly, sorry boys. If I'm Noah Spiteri, I'm not taking off the long sleeves. I've just had a look at his arms and they are sticks.
Boundary throwing deep into play, into attack for the Bulldogs. McKinley's going to have to be clean. It's a chiselling kick. That's a beautiful kick from Ewan McKinley to exit defensive 50. Dangerous kick. The brothers link up there, Sam and Tom. And it's with the captain now. He's going to want to open up the contest. Come inboard. Dangerous kick. Morrison rolled the dice and came off his man. It fell the way of Mathy to Sorochinsky. Inside 50. Go the Dogs. They've got some numbers around the contest, but so do the Panthers. Butler, he intercepts nicely, and he finds Joe Hansen. Joe's not going to muck around. He comes inboard, and here's McKinley at centre half back.
Kicks good, goes to centre wing. Hopper, he should be able to run free from there. Weighs up his options. Garland, he might mark. He'll play on. He'll shoot from goal. 30 out. Luke Garland just misses to the right-hand side. Minor scores. Panthers extend the lead to 6 points. 9 goals 5 to 8 goals 5 and 9 minutes gone. They play on and goes through. Sullivan takes the mark. Last line of defence for the Doggies.
He's a contender for Team of the Year for mine. Bradshaw wants to come out now to the coach, Jordan Taylor. True centre wing, grandstand side. He's got Cassidy back on the ground. Robbie breathes a sigh of relief.
My man.
Plenty of advice coming the way of Cassidy. He goes towards the dual stick out in front of Butler. He might give away 50. You heard the appeals from the Bulldogs faithful.
That's why they're not umpires.
Dual stick, 60 from home. Called to play on, kicks to the hot spot. Who's going to fly? Taylor flew. Cassidy's at ground level. Wrapped up in a tackle and will ball the footy up. 10 metres out from the Dogs' goal. 59 plays 53.
11 inside 50s for Wodonga in the opening 10 minutes, boys. So they are peppering the inside 50s on the 40-week stat sheet.
Margin 6 points. Lavy still lead it. Glanville over the footy. He rakes it out. Cassidy's in there. It's like a rugby union scrum at the moment. And it's not going to come out just yet. It'll be balled up. 25 out from Wodonga goal. 59 to 53. 10 minutes gone, third quarter for Indigo Power. As it goes up again. 20 out from Wodonga goal. Driscoll was there. Yalen got a tap to Jewel. Intercepted by Harlan, did really well. Now they'll clear the Panthers. Hurry kick out of half-back. Just gets outside defensive 50. Little clever kick off the ground was okay. Ball still in dispute. Here comes Neander. Been okay. Handball wasn't good though. Free kick, Gus, is going to go the way of Tyson Neander. Careless tackle. Monty?
Yeah, just a bit higher there. Just come across his chops as he was trying to pick up the footy, so probably there.
Neander's going to be the recipient, and he looks in a lot of pain. The handball was poor to McKinlay. Taylor tries to swoop on Ewan. Ewan's got too much space. They exit defensive 50. It's Marsh. They go out to the outer side, do the Panthers, but three rims Venturoni's up to the challenge. He intercepts, gets around Glanville. Back to Bradshaw over the top, inboard to Mimo. Here's a go for Bradshaw now. Inside 50 go the Dogs. Too much on it behind. And Harland takes a really nice mark, and Neander, he's coming from the ground, Monty, from that contest. It looks like a wrist or perhaps a shoulder.
Yeah, he's got both that wrist and that shoulder strap, so I'll keep an eye on it, boys.
Jack Driscoll flying. Oh, from behind, TJ. Tommy Johnson took a beauty. Kicks it inside forward 50. Baker missed a half volley. Went back for it. Gavin, handball was hot. That's a sling tackle. That's a stupid tackle. And the free kick is going to go the way of Jet Cassidy. When a player's going to learn, you don't tackle like that anymore. That's just stupid. Simple as that.
He didn't have the footy either, Big Mac. I think that was the worst part of all of it. Cassidy clearly disposed of the football, and he still took him to ground.
Yeah, exactly. When in a tight game like this, if he goes back and
Morrison's
puts this one through, it really hurts him.
Hey, Mont.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at that. I think it might be an ankle, boys. Just looking at it. But
it's all happening. So Jet Cassidy, good news is he's okay. It was an ugly tackle. So he'll shoot from 40 metres out directly in front. Mayfield comes back on the ground. Charlie Morrison just limping off. Cassidy to level the scores. Kick on the way. He's done it. He's all class, the kid. 9-5 apiece here at Martin Park. That's 59 each, Gus. This is a cracking game. Those inside forward 50s are going for 40 winks. Then we'll hear from Monty.
Yeah, breaking all sorts of records here on the 40 wink stat sheets for inside 50s, boys. 14 inside 50s in 12 and a half minutes of football this quarter, boys. So Wodonga are really dominating the contest in the forward 50. They've got to start making it count in the scoreboard, Mont.
Absolutely, they do. And they're getting it in there nice and dangerous, getting a little bit deeper. The smalls just need to be a little bit better and a bit cleaner at ground level because the smalls from the Lavington defence have been really good at mopping up so far, as you can tell, with only kicking 3 goals from those 14 insides.
Scores a level for Inspirations, Payne and Big Jack Driscoll. He's gone into the ruck here. Macahallow's off the back of the square. He's trying to impact the contest and will ball it up between centre and centre half forward. 9-5-59 the Dogs. The Panthers are 9-5-59 as well at the 13.5 minute mark for A.T. Jones. Do or die football for the Lavington Panthers. They try and get the ball in towards attack. Wortman's got a 2-on-1 up against Cook. Wilson's marking him tightly. Clever from Cook, got rid of the football to avoid being held. And the umpire, he'll run up to this contest and ball the footy up. Les Cheesley side of the ground, boundary side, Scott Montgomery.
Yeah, boys, Charlie Morrison just doing some run-throughs up and down. He's an ankle, but I feel like he thinks he'll be right to get back out there and tossing the end of this. Moving that arm around, it is a shoulder, but I think he'll be right as well.
All right, well, it's good news, boundary side. Gussie?
Oh, you go, Mont.
Yeah, inside forward 50, it's going to hit the behind post. That'll be a boundary throw-in.
With the next month of footy the Bulldogs face, they've got Myrtleford away next week, then the bye. You do not want to risk a player like Charlie Morrison if he's not 100%.
The only thing, I think they've got the double bye then too. I think they've
Correct,
got
the double bye.
So, you know, do they...
Got to be careful.
Yeah, and, you know, is it a game at Myrtleford, is it, Gussie? Check on that. Anyway.
At McNamara.
Yeah, that'll be tricky. Kick from the Garland. Oh, just misses. That was from the boundary throw in. Lukey Garland over the back. Hurried shot on goal. And he'll take the lead now, the Panthers, 60-59. We've gone 14 and a half minutes. What do you got for us there, Dan?
Yeah, just a quick one on Jake O'Brien, boys. He's only touched the football 5 times today. I think that's an effort Daniel Wortman has been very good at on team today.
The kick from fullback from O'Sullivan was superb to find Mitch Deneen. And he comes now to Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson is playing a fantastic role. He's Mr. Fix-It. He comes inboard to Cassidy. Cassidy's marked true centre wing on the edge of the square for the Bulldogs. Swings him into attack. Dangerous kick. Baker! Out in front. Mismatch against Willis, and Angus Baker's marked 50 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, I think they got that mismatch through the transition footy. He just took off, and Ewan McKinley was with him and tried to help out Willis in the back 50, but yeah, just too strong in the air. Angus Baker, he's the guy who could open this game up.
Now, I'm not anywhere near the quality of footballer Angus Baker is. I don't think anyone in this broadcast is, but I reckon this kick is beyond him, and I reckon he's going to try and find a lead here, Mont.
Boys, Charlie Morrison's about to come back on too, I think, so he's right to go. But yeah, I reckon he'll get this one, boys.
I reckon he kicks it, Gus.
To the hospital end, Angus Baker. 5 to his name already. Kicks from inside the square. Makes good contact, but it's across the face for a minor score. Angus Baker's kicked 5 goals, 2. And all of a sudden, it's 9-6 apiece for Inspirations Paint. It's an all-time classic between the Dogs and the Panthers on O&M Live.
Yates at half-back. Got the kick in. And he marked it and he passed it to Harlan. Hey, one thing I haven't sort of considered, is there any breeze out there today at all?
No, it's a little bit, but I wouldn't even say it's a goal, worth a goal, boys. So
Harlan's kick, it's a good one to Hannah, who got worked over a bit by Deneen, but it's okay. Hannah goes wide to Joe Hansen. He's got the run of Yates there. He ignores that. He chips it inboard to Spina. This is building okay here as JT, Jordan Taylor, tackles him, kicks, dangerous. He's got to hold it. He does, Willis. He did well, young fella. Centre wing, plays on, kick to Hallows. Got the call to leave it. Handball by O'Brien, on to Tommy Hargraves. And Tommy Hargraves has ball stayed in. No, O'Sullivan rushes it through for a minor score. 61-60, Panthers lead. 17 minutes gone. Third term for Indigo Power.
Angus Baker marks in the back pocket. His numbers, please, Derek.
That was his 20th. And 5 goals, boys.
O'Sullivan takes it out to the Les Cheesley side of the Martin Park with a nice-looking kick, and it falls the way of Spiteri. You can't recognise him without his sleeves on. He'll be watching those highlights back during the week. Well, Spitzy, he kicks up to half forward. Big Jack Driscoll, he's in the ruck. Handball's inboard, it's okay. O'Brien marks now on the edge of the centre square. His numbers, please, Derek.
Very quiet day for him. This will be his 7th touch. So Dan Wortman doing a fantastic job on Jake O'Brien.
He kicks out wide. It's a well-weighted kick, and he finds its way to Newton. The Panthers would like him to start lifting if they want to hold on today. He's the captain, Hargraves. True centre wing, out of sight of the ground, inside 50, and Morrison's ankle looks pretty good to me. Monty as he intercepts, switches dangerously, falls out the back. Cactus Brown, going to have to be clean. Gets around one, darts back inboard, and now he finds Morrison. Monty for the Newie.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. O'Sullivan been really good and standing and just repelling Lavington every chance they can.
Mayfield told to play on at half-back. He does that. He kicks it to centre wing. He kicks it nicely too, and he finds Spiteri. Between centre wing and half-back, Cheesley's side of the ground, kicks a low burner, and Baker has taken it low to the ground, chest mark, centre wing. How many stats? 40 wings to Baker now, please?
Angus Baker, boys, is up to 21.
Kicks it back to Spiteri, and he does a nice little pass and he finds Mimo.
Mimo wants to go inside 50. Good-looking kick. Wilding made a contest. Lavington have numbers at ground level. Neander's one of whom, and he wants to cut up the corridor. Link-up play. It's Willis. Got to be clean. Handballs over the top to O'Brien. The Panthers on the way with the overlap. Here's a go for Newton. Time to step up, young fella. Kicks the Sun Jam goal today. The Panthers extend the margin to 7 points. We called for him to step up, Monty, and he's delivered in spades.
Absolutely. Another one like Connor Willis, who you love to get the ball in their hands a bit more often. They kick the ball so well, and that's what Lavington got to do. Take it on, get that overlap handball, and away they go, because they're opening up their Wodonga defence when they move the ball nice and quick like they did through the middle of the ground there.
Yeah, really disappointing for Wodonga. The fact that they've had 16 inside 50s this quarter to Lavington's 6, they will be ropeable that they let that goal go. Got to get back on the contest and start putting some scoreboard pressure on Robbie.
Around the ground, so Bing Lee. Cal Moore trails Lee Williams by 3 goals in the Doug Strang race, Big Mac.
Hannah tapped it, and he regathered it, got it to Hargraves, who was tackled brilliantly. Baker was brought to ground, Thought there might have been a free kick there. Play on was a call. Good work by Marsh. High up and under. Tommy Hargraves needs a good bounce. He's got one of those bounces where it's between a lot of people. He showed a bit of courage. So did his brother Sam. Got a handball to Macca Hallows. Got it over to Billy Glanville. Glanville's kick inside towards forward 50. Falls fortuitously to Driscoll. Got it back to Tommy Hargraves. Clever kick to Cook. Oh, he got a free kick. He didn't quite complete the mark, but Cookie will get the free kick. The big, stocky Wollongong wicketkeeper.
Yeah, I think Daniel Walton thought he was definitely going to take that mark, so just gave a little bit more than what he probably should have, and was probably lucky not to give away the 50 because I thought he had it clean, but Lavington did well there not to react too much and reverse the kick because we saw that happen quite a bit.
It'd be only a square up for Cookie. You would have whacked him at some stage, don't worry about that. And he said he doesn't like being called the wicketkeeper because he reckons it jinxes him. Well, here goes the wicketkeeper. 45 out. Cookie, the Lavington Cricket Club Premiership player, bangs it through the middle. Panthers making a bit of a move. They lead it by 13 in the third quarter. We have gone 20 minutes on the A.T. Jones time clock. We're doing for Indigo Power. That was a big finish, Mont.
Yeah, that's right, Robbie. She was a beauty. We'll now go to you, Dan Vaccaro.
Thank you, Montan. What a finish there by Big Cookie, and he just loved it. Gave the crowd a little bit of something now.
I was just watching him come off, boys. He said
you can't just butt in when you're not listening,
Yeah,
Mon.
if you're not ready, mate, just wait your turn, all right?
Just doing my job down here, worried about what's happening off the ground.
What do you got for us then, Mont?
Yeah, Cookie's struggling a little bit after kicking that one.
You might have celebrated a bit too hard,
Maybe.
perhaps. Back in the guts, it's Tommy Johnson for the home side who kicks inside 50. They need a mark. Cassidy flew high. Someone's just knocked over our special effects mic. Willis across half back. Kicks long down the line. Big contest forms. Newton was slow to get up. The Dogs have numbers around it. Cactus Brown's wrapped up in a big tackle and will ball the footy up. True centre wing out of side. 11-7-73 the Panthers. The Bulldogs 9-6-60. Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Release was Newton was good. He'll go to centre wing. Oh, he might get a free kick here. Play on's a call. Shawnee Driscoll knocked off the footy. Good tackle by Huey McKinlay. Might have driven him in. There's a bit of Oh, he's paid a sling, has he?
Yeah, he did pay the sling, boys.
I'd call that more of a push. Baker's going to be okay. He'll have the ball at almost true centre wing. Gussie, he's trying to weigh up his option. He goes wide to half forward flank.
It's an under kick. It's not the best kick. The Panthers have numbers.
Good grab.
It's a really good grab from Taylor. Taylor kicks inside forward 50. It's not the best, and we'll ball the footy in deep in the pocket.
So here we go. 73-60. 22 and a half minutes gone. As one of the timekeepers just leaves the box. 22 and a half gone here. Panthers lead it by 13. Annette's going to be clever. He gets it towards the boundary. He sees Shawnee Driscoll coming at it. Couldn't control the footy. And coming through, backing up was good work, was Andrew Yates, who's had a much improved game today, I reckon, Mont.
Yeah, I think his last three have been reasonably well. Got into the best his first game. And I thought last week he was serviceable, but yeah, definitely been better again today.
Probably a player that we didn't know too much about before the last 3 weeks, Monty. He's
another year on Creek Boy, mate.
Yeah, he's got some average housemates too that they both work for EGS, so they're no good.
Oh, well.
Do you want to disclose them?
They say you are.
The two Harnetti brothers, they're no good.
Yep.
Nick and CJ, no good.
Back here at Martin Park, it's a 13-point lead. The Panthers look to be away here. Sean Driscoll's marked. True centre wing out of side. Lavington going to play on quickly. They kick long down the line. Nice looking kick. It's Captain Grumpy, Luke Garland. Too far to score. Comes backwards. Dangerous. Forward liner waits, but he's going to try and play a methodical brand via Hopper. Getting the stats up now is Garland. On the edge of the centre square. Yardage and kick inside 50. The kick's inboard and it's well chopped out. Something I never thought I'd see in my time in football. Noah Spiteri taking an intercept mark in the centre of defence.
It's a good kick too to midfield. Yellen has it. Goes to Jet Cassidy. He's got a bit of room, the young fella. Lovely short pass finds Baker. That was clever. Great awareness. A lot of others would have gone long at goal because it was an open goal square, Mont.
Yeah.
He just went short.
Yeah, very smart. He obviously knew he couldn't kick it the 95 metres. He was away from goal, so very good. But Noah Spiteri took the game on, went through the middle, but Lavington just weren't set up going through there. They'll be very disappointed that, I reckon, Adam Snyder, because they should have been able to shut that one down. But Yellen got it on quick, and Jet Cassidy, great decision-making, and Angus Baker again for another one.
So it was a good, quick turnover transition of the ball. I've got Baker for 5 golds too.
Same.
40 out, directly in front. Drop punt as kicked a goal. Angus Baker has 6, and the margin's back to 7 points. Deep into winter time on now. 24 minutes gone here at Martin Park. Superb finish. Get his stats for 40 winks and down to Monty for the Newmarket.
Yeah, absolutely. So 24 touches and 6 goals for Angus Baker. He's the best player on the ground by a country mile. He's been unbelievable. They have had 20 inside 50s this quarter, Wodonga, so they're dominating the inside 50 count, but they've just struggled to strange that goal and just get the goals on board, Mont.
Yeah, I reckon both teams were really disappointed with how easy they've been able to get cut open in this quarter. Probably just need to defend the middle of the ground a little bit more and push either side wider.
7-point ball game. That's going to be holding the footy. Umpire missed that one. Should have been a free kick to the Dogs. Jorgensen off the back of the square. Spatiri's kick was smothered. Well done, Hopper. McKinlay hands on the Sharon. Little toe poker forward. Here's the go for the Panthers. Neander comes through. Gone now, holding the footy. Mitch Deneen with a big crunching tackle. A contender for the ultimate fastness. Tough nut of the day, Mitchy Deneen, was named as an emergency into the side now. And the Bulldogs, if they can find another goal before three-quarter time, they're right back in it. Wilson inboard, and he's got Mimo.
Mimo, middle of the ground, told to play on right now. Goes wide, kicks long with a bit of depth. Ball comes to ground. Garland's there at the base of the pack, and you can hear the siren sounding in the background. 26-minute quarter, and Lavington, they made more of their opportunity. They lead 73-66. It's set up for a beauty, Gus.
Absolute ball tear of a final quarter coming your way on the other side of the break. The Panthers lead 11-7-73 to the Bulldogs 10-6-66 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Strap yourself in for a big final quarter of footy. It's O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Clear.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar.
Give him a serve,
And
you
right
go.
now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Welcome back to O&M Live. Great to have your company on 1494 2AY. It's a 7-point lead favouring the Panthers. And Dan Vaccaro's got your Optus quarters best for your local Optus stores, Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Gus. You're doing it for Optus. Angus Baker, 9 touches and 2 goals that quarter. He's just the best player on the ground by an absolute mile. That quarter there, the better McKinlay was fantastic that quarter, boys. 8 touches and 18 for the game, and he's kicked 2 goals as well, so he's been fantastic.
Well, cross-boundary side, not for an interview with Vince Jones.
You sure you don't want Vinny?
Oh, we don't want
Vinny's
VJ.
happy to have a chat, I reckon.
Boundary side, Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel. What do the coaches say?
Boys, Geordie Taylor, he said, boys, we were much better that quarter, but again, just got opened up a little bit defensively. Just a couple of lapses really cost them a couple of goals. They gave them one in the goal square, so if you take that one back, they're right in this game and should be happy with where they're sitting. While for Lavington, Adam Snyder said, boys, this is our best chance to keep our season alive. We can't leave anything out here, and we just got to give it absolutely everything and make sure we run away with this one.
Who wins from here, Mont?
Oh, I'm going to say Lavington probably hold on.
Wodonga by a point.
Robbie.
Been strong all day on them.
Stick with Lavington.
Yeah.
I just think Wodonga have played a better brand of football throughout the day, but they haven't capitalised. They're going to have to hit some scoreboard pressure, I think, and I think the game purely rests in the hands of one man for the Wodonga Bulldogs. He's wearing number 13. His name is Angus Baker. He's kicked 5 goals and had how many?
He's kicked
6, actually.
6 goals and had
6.
24 disposals.
Not a bad day.
Where does he sit in the league's best, Gus?
He's up there, right up there. Monty, have we given a best on ground to a player in a losing team before?
We haven't, and we might give him 3 votes, but if they lose, he won't be getting the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, just so you know.
Monty laying down the law.
It's hard to interview a bloke after he's just got beaten.
Yeah, no. He's getting MVP regardless, but yeah, I agree, mate.
I reckon he could not touch it this quarter. Vaxon will give him the 3.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're sticking with Tommy Johnson in the ruck. Put your seatbelts on. It's a big final quarter. Lavington, it's do or die on O&M Live for Mac Jack Sheds.
It's been a great tussle, this one, between Johnson and Hannah. Johnson got a handball. Now it's going to go to Baker. Smother was brilliant by Hansen. Knocked off the ball, though. Yellen was fantastic. Spatiri's handball put his teammate under pressure. Glanville got a handball back to Tommy Hargrave. Got it back cleverly. Oh, now to Andrew. Yeah, showed great poise. It's a penetrating kick that'll bounce. It'll clear. It'll run towards forward 50. Picked up by Sean Driscoll. Off the outside of his boot. Kicks it into full forward. Numbers sit with Wodonga. Morrison. Great tackle, Garland. Ball comes to ground. Minnow got knocked over. Head over the football staff from both sides. Terrific football to start this final term. Ball up, 25 out from the Panthers goal. They lead 73-66.
52 seconds gone in the first, or the final quarter, I should say. Johnson pushed Cook under the football. It pinballs around at ground level. No one wants to take it in. Neander got crunched in a big tackle and will ball the footy up on the last line of defence. So early stages in this final quarter. If you just joined the broadcast, 7-point lead to the Panthers. They're playing for their season. O'Brien kicked out of the pack, and it's across the face for a minor score. Every point's valuable in this final quarter. Lavington lead by 8 of them on the Border Carpet scoreboard.
Yeah, Monty, you got to keep going back to right on the half-time siren, don't you? That Lavington punched the ball through for a
Driscoll
point.
it was who punched
Big
it
Jack.
through. Yeah, so if it gets a bit tight, I'll bet you that one gets brought up in review.
Yeah, I think it'll get brought up anyway.
Yeah,
It'll be a happier review if they win.
Absolutely. And they got the ball tonight, Lavington, so they'll be really trying hard to make sure it's a celebration ball.
Monty, early days in this final quarter. What's the matchup on Angus Baker?
I think they're still going with Glanville around the stoppages, and then when he goes forward, Annette's getting him.
And I think what Baker's been doing a bit too, he runs to a Lavington player as well, try to free that up. So, Soroczynski drives long off half-back. Jewel was there. Hannah missed the mark. Chance here for Spiteri. It's a nicely weighted kick towards Taylor. Gathered here by Oscar Wilding. That's how you tackle. That is how you tackle. Jono Spina, just common sense. He's up with the modern game, Mont.
He's been fantastic today, Jono Spinner. He's given Oscar Wilding a bit of a bar so far. I know Oscar's kicked the one goal, but I don't reckon he's had too many others than that.
Johnson won the tap, slightly in attack for the Bulldogs. McKinlay paddled it to his own advantage, struggled to pick it up cleanly, did so then onto Yates, who left it behind. Baker come through. Willis now on the last line of defence. Lavington via Haaland. High up and into a contest. Taneen and Hargrave. Hargrave and Taneen. 50-50 battle. A ball up's a fitting result. And that's what we get right in front of Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, both boys there did not want to lose that one-on-one battle. And Sammy Hargrave and Mitchie Deneen, 2 hard nuts. Both went hard and got the result they both wanted.
Centre wing, it's metres from Monty. No one really got the tap. Timmy Hannah got a follow-up. Got it out towards Nick Newton. Ball spilled free. Hannah came through with a big, strong head-on tackle.
No, not good that one, Timmy.
And it's Jorgensen. So that's a free kick. Jorgensen's kick's good and he finds Tommy Johnson. Gussie.
He looks to be a little bit sore, Monty.
He's coming off.
We'll get you to keep an eye on that one. Johnson sends the Dogs into attack. Forced under the football too easy was Jewel. And Haaland used his body. Very clever. And Haaland's going to be the one to kick long down the line, trying to find Hargrave out in front. Is he going to pay the mark to Sam Monty?
Yeah, he's paid it. He's paid it. Probably there. He probably held it for long enough. 3 rooms just was a little bit late with the spoil.
So right in front of Mimo, filming today's coverage. Good on you, Mimo. And Lukey Chilcott back at O&M Live HQ, putting the stream together for Optus O&M TV. The boys at Wangaratta Computers, they're unreal.
Just give you the thumbs up, didn't he, Gus? Look at it, another one. Get on with the job.
Kicks long down the line, out of bounds on the full. O'Sullivan, he's going to be the recipient of the free kick. Monty, I've loved his game today. He's been electric.
Been fantastic. He's showing that he's getting into that top echelon of defenders in the Ovens and Murray.
He was Team of the Year 3 years in a row in the Hampton League, Big Mac.
Yeah, not surprising. High ball, it's tight to the boundary, and that's where it goes. Adam Snyder gets the possession there.
Clean too, like he was back in his day in St Kilda and Sydney.
Dished it off to the boundary umpire. Oh, it's tight and it's close. It's an 8-point lead to Lavington. If you've just joined us, 4.5 minutes gone, final quarter. It's for Mac Jack Sheds. Phil Packer will be up and about with the Blues having 3 in a row. They might give Port Adelaide a little bit of hurry up too. Don't worry about that. Jack Driscoll over the footy. Tommy Hargraves. I tell you what, it's developed into a real contest now, hasn't it, Mont? It's just hard at it, head over the footy, try to get it out.
Absolutely, and a lot of clearances, I reckon, in this last quarter. So a massive battle for Tommy Johnson to make sure that he stays on top there when he's got the second ruckman.
5 minutes gone for Mac Jack Sheds. We've got a whistle here, Monty. It's going to go the way of the Panthers.
Yeah, holding the man it was. So Tommy Hargrave's going to get the free kick.
74 plays 66. The Panthers lead the Bulldogs. They're playing for their season. If they lose, it's curtains. Here's a go for Garland. The premiership captain from 2019 kicks inside forward 50. Good looking. Should be 50 to Driscoll.
That was careless.
He hasn't paid it, but
Morrison just got him a little bit late.
Jeez.
Late enough, and the ball's in the hands of Sean Driscoll, who can go back and have a set shot. Monty, you're back in the little fella in from here.
Distance is the issue again, boys. I reckon right on his range, especially just push it across. I reckon he'll just push it across the face of goal here, and he's got to stay awake on the line, the Wodonga defenders, because I reckon it might fall just that little bit short, and Timmy Hannah's down there on the line.
So Driscoll, it's Sean. Played one of the better games I've seen him play for the Panthers. He's going to gain some vital metres. Kick on goal. Looks pretty good. It's all the way through the big sticks. Sean Driscoll extends the lead to 16 points. And Lavington are holding on in an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, what a great finish there by Lavy, and a really good start for them. 3 inside 50s already, and a great finish there by Driscoll. Tommy Hargrave, Billy Glenville, all their big names. Ewan McKinlay injecting some good run early in this last quarter. Looking to really put away this game. 1 or 2 more goals away, Lavy.
Big goal from Shawnee Driscoll.
Played it well, didn't he? He just arced around and got himself that extra 4 or 5 metres on that arc, and really well played. The Wodonga boys should have been a bit more aware and trying to close that off.
You can't beat smart footballers in these situations. And that's exactly what Shawnee Driscoll is. He's just got good intel on the game. As it's going to be another ball up. Yelland in there, contesting with Nick Newton. Both catching approach there from McKinlay, just handing the ball back to the umpire.
Learned from his uncle.
Yeah, a bit of the old trick. Billy Glanville. Oh, hurried old kick into half forward. Goes inside forward 50. Doggies retrieve. Matt Wilson kicks a bit of a wobbler. Jordan Taylor. I like the way Hallows corralled him. He did it well. Kicks Paul though over his head. Lavington. Big chance for a turnover. The trotter. Glanville. Oh, kick. Oh, there we go. One of the busiest weeks coming up on the video review we've seen all year this week, lads.
Jeez, they've got to be smart here, Lavy.
Wow.
Very, very smart, but Garlo's in a lot of trouble,
And that was
boys.
Jordan Taylor, copped Garland with a high one.
I reckon it might have been when he landed, boys. He got knocked straight over, and they're in a bit of trouble here, Garlo.
There's a reason he landed
and he's
awkwardly.
getting sent off, Geordie
He's been
Taylor.
sent off.
Yeah, sent off.
He has to be for that. You can't do that.
Yellow card, Monty.
Yep, yellow card, so 15 minutes without their coach.
But just I reckon that's one of 4 careless things we've seen today, Mont.
That's the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just no need for it, was there? He was always going to take that grab, and yeah, there's a way of being tough, and that's probably not how you do it.
So it'll have to be a 50-metre, won't it, too?
Yeah, he'd already paid the 50.
Yeah, so it'll be a kick from the goal square to extend Lavington's lead, would you believe, out to 20 points. There's Luke Garland still down there. Geordie Taylor's telling his case to the umpire, but
he's got no case to answer.
Everyone saw
He's just
it.
got to get that ready for Wednesday night, I reckon, boys. No point telling the umpire.
He'll get offered something for that one. It's just, they make it. It won't be the only one, I don't think, for the day.
They can't replace him. Can't replace him.
He's come on. Geez, they're going to end up on naught here. They'll lose a lot of percentage if he comes.
Can't replace him.
That's. Yeah, it's only
just a bit of. That's all a bit of confusion. Young Mimo wasn't aware that you're not allowed to come back on the ground. He thought it was a player for player, but the Bulldogs are down to 17 players, Mont.
Yeah, it will be for 15 minutes here. So this is where Lavy just need to take what they can. And he's just come across and said sorry to the Lavy bench too. Didn't mean it. So
I've just had a look on the live stream, boys, and I've watched it in slow motion as well as live pace. It didn't look to have malice, but it was certainly reckless and careless. So the tribunal will have their say about that. But more importantly, back here at the game, this is a big kick, Big Mac.
Yeah, it'll be Tyson Neander's got the footy.
It's on the goal line, boys.
It's on the goal line. Luke Garland coming off. And Tyson Neander will come in at the 9-minute mark, and he'll extend Lavington's lead to 20 points. Comes in now. Kick on the way. Soroczynski's touched it, he reckons. If he has, he's gone over. It'll be another 50. Goal, all clear. Panthers lead by 20. Garland earned the goal. Neander kicked it. He's got a 3 now, Gussie.
3.
Tyson Neander, been good. Went off with a shoulder injury. Well, that's a big game changer, that one, Mike.
At this stage of the game, when you're 20 points down now, they probably won't get back on the ground, will he? Because it's 15 minutes of playing time, so he's really going to struggle to get back out there. So, it's going to really hurt him, I reckon.
So the Bulldogs are down to 17 men, and they're going to have to find 21 points at least to get themselves back in front. 10 minutes gone, 86 plays 66. The Panthers lead the Dogs. Yelland's in the guts. Streaming, but it's not streaming fast enough. McKinlay got him in a tackle. Umpire, he's put the whistle away now. In the back line is Wilson. He comes inboard to Matey. Being quiet by his standards, the Dogs look to come to the corridor. Kick was okay. Jorgensen off the back of the square. Kicks inside 50. Good kick. Inboard to Wilding. And I reckon this could be Oscar's. Well, he's had less than a handful of touches today, and this is the biggest kick of his season so far.
Yeah, absolutely. If we're not going to stay in this game, they need to kick goals like this, don't they? The ones that are a 50-50 chance. He needs to go back and really stand up for his club here, Oscar, because he's had a quiet day, but it's got to be your moment and you've got to take it when it's there.
He's kicking to the Pierce Street end. Oscar Wilding. He's going to have to kick it 50 metres. Kick looks pretty good off the boot. Goal umpire's going to pay this one. Big goal in the magnitude of the game. Wilding's got 2. back to a 14-point ball game.
Yeah, and it hasn't been his day, but it certainly was his moment there, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to play it from this game on, and that's a great finish there by Oscar Wilding. Only the 3 inside 50s for Wodonga to Lavington 6 so far, so there's still, the door is slightly ajar, but they've got to get moving quickly.
Yeah, certainly still in it. Obviously, a man down, but sometimes you see teams in this situation with the advantage don't use it properly. So what they've got to do is control the ball from here, Lavington. Great contest. Driscoll won the tab, got it towards Glanville. They might get another centre clearance. Baker over the footy, got a handball back. High kick by Yellen. Inside forward 50. High ball. Out the back it comes now. They've got numbers here. Harlan read it on the team. He took him on. It came out. Good umpiring.
It's your boy.
It's my man, Jet Cassidy, who has got the free kick. Harley did well to gather a loose ball out the back, but he decided to take him on. And once the moment you do that, you're at risk.
Yeah, absolutely. And he should have known he was facing the wrong way. He just had to get it out of that defensive area as quick as he could. But Jet Cassidy just did not give up and laid the perfect tackle and have a shot here. And I reckon we back him in here, Robbie.
Yeah, back to 8 points the margin will be. Jet Cassidy, 40 out, drop punt, looks good. Oh, swinging late, it's a goal. It's okay. Here comes Normie, bang, straight through the guts. Cassidy gets his second, Doggies get 2 in a minute, and from a 20-point margin, it's now down to 8 points. Monty for the Newmarket.
Yeah, how good is that? Jet Cassidy stood up and took that moment. They've got to be momentum here. Lavington need to switch back on. Just because they got the man up doesn't mean it's going to be an easy run here for the rest of the game. So they need to switch back on here and wrestle this momentum back.
Yeah, what a great finish there by Jet Cassidy. He's been fantastic all day, along with Baker and Jack O'Sullivan. He's in that conversation for a vote today too.
78 plays 86. Lavington lead the Dogs with their season on the line. Hannah's won the tap and will ball the footy up once again. So if you just joined the broadcast, the Dogs are down to 17 men with Jordan Taylor yellow carded. Wortman off the back of the square, got it on towards Yelland. Here's a go for Spiteri. Just kicks in a bit of hope, long down the line. Bradshaw was there, so was Cassidy. Cassidy does well to evade Butler. And Monty for the Newmarket Hotel, that might not have been out of bounds.
Yeah, it was very close. The umpire's a bit better angle than I have, but yeah, it was very close.
Well, the umpire's always right, and he's going to ball the footy in true centre wing broadcast side. 14 minutes gone, the Panthers by 8.
I tell you, Lavy have hardly touched the ball since Geordie Taylor got sent off. They've kicked 2 goals. I don't know if they've had the hand on the ball almost, although Harlan did when he got free kicked. But Wodonga, they've found something here, Mont. They've really lifted.
They have. They definitely have. They know that they've got to go all systems go now, so they're just putting in those extra efforts, and they're not letting Lavington get any space around the ball, which is the difference at the moment, I think.
Baker's limping.
Yeah, well, there's a lot happening in this game. Johnson, clever tap to Kane Brown. Handball over top. Baker, hand and ball. Can he kick 7? Angus Baker! Misses. 6 goals free to the star midfielder from the nation's capital. Gee, that one would have brought the house down. That would have been a 2-point margin. Back to 2 points. Yep. It's now 7 points. Game on. 14 minutes gone. Gussie. And we're doing it for Mac Jack Sheds.
Great to have Paxi and the boys on board. O'Brien kicks out from fullback to Willis. And he's going to go to the Les Cheesley side of the ground to find Hargrave. So Lavington need to stop this avalanche that's coming from the Bulldogs. They're playing methodical football now via John O'Spina.
Where's the spare, guys? Mont, do you know?
Yeah, sitting on the footy, Connor Willis, just about to get it now.
Right on cue. Willis marks the true centre half back. He can open up the corridor if he wants. Dangerous kick. Too much on it for Butler. Brown intercepts to the Dogs.
One out the back.
Kicks inside 50. All alone in the goal square is Oscar Wilding.
Wow.
And he'll go back and have a set shot 5 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Sometimes you just got to take the easy option, don't you, boys? The Connor Willis there had an option out wide here. He had Hopper as well. It would have been the overlap and just went the little harder kick and there made a mistake. And Oscar Wilding's got to make him pay now.
Oscar Wilding for back-to-back goals. Comes in and he's just snuck it in. Big O's kicked the goal and it's a 1-point ball game. Lavington lead by a point at the 16-minute mark of the final term.
Yeah, what an arm wrestle here, boys, at the Martin Park. It is fantastic. It's 6 inside 50s apiece. Angus Baker, he had a say in the play prior as well. He's had 4 touches this quarter. Jorgensen, Bradshaw and Matthew with 2 as well. Really, really coming in hard with 17 men, Robbie, in the last 10 minutes.
Extraordinary. Nothing but praise for what the Doggies have done here in the last 5 minutes since Geordie Taylor left the field. They've been sensational. They've kicked 3 goals. A man down. Remarkable. In the middle now, Ewan McKinlay tracks the footy, gathered it, handball over the top was excellent to Joe Hansen. Now they've got a chance to get one back. Over to Driscoll. Shawnee Driscoll runs to 40, shot on goal. Driscoll nails it. Just what the doctor ordered. Sundan goal of the day. It was a magnificent bit of work from the middle there. Clearance work was exceptional. And Driscoll's got 2, and there may not be a more important goal than that. 7-point lead to the Panthers. We've gone 16.5. Monty for the Newmarket.
Yeah, as you said, Robbie, when you're making a bit of a comeback like that, 1 goal is all you need sometimes, just break that momentum and break the back of the opposition. So Shawnee Driscoll did exactly what he needed to do there. Great finish from a class player. He's had another great game for Lavy.
And Ewan McKinlay again, boys, had a hand in that play. 21 touches and 2 goals for him. His clearance work out of the middle has been second to none today on the 40-wing stat sheet.
92 plays 85. The Panthers lead. They're playing for their season after all.
Yep.
Ball goes up in the middle. Bradshaw wrapped up in a Hargrave tackle. We'll have another stoppage once again. If you just joined the broadcast, both sides have held leads of 20 and 21 points at one stage today. Lavington led by as much as 20 points just 8 minutes ago. Now it's a 7-point ball game. And the umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go the way of the Bulldogs. Angus Baker's going to be the recipient, Big Mac, to kickstart the Bulldogs' attack.
Yates playing the loose man now, so there's probably a bit of a rotation going on there. He's sitting at half back. Now Mitch Deneen plays on, inside handball. It was tricky to Tommy Johnson. Turnover chance here for the Panthers. Timmy Hanna couldn't grab it. Johnson was clever. Kick, he overcooked it though. O'Brien had to handball in a hurry. Out the back to Marsh. Back onto Butler. Butler hits a low one towards Sean Driscoll, centre wing. And it runs out over the boundary line. Slightly into attack for Wodonga. We've gone almost 18 minutes. Lavington lead 92 to 85. That's on the Border Carpet scoreboard.
One thing that can happen when you got that loose man, you can stop working. So everyone else around that loose man there, just keep working just to give them options and don't just think that you're going to find that loose every time you get the footy.
Yep.
Johnson to Jorgensen with a left foot kick long down the line. Did it stay in the field of play?
Still in.
It does. And Angus Baker happy to take Yates across the boundary line for a stoppage. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, Angus Baker, boys, 29 touches and 6 goals today. He has been the best player on the field. And Wodonga, they've got the score slightly ajar here. There wouldn't be any more than 6 minutes left, Robbie.
18 and a half minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock. The Bulldogs with 17 players on the ground. Missed all of the ruckman. Yellen's trying to bust through the pack. McKinlay's there to mop up the crumbs. He kicks up the line for the Panthers. Driscoll, Sean, tries to find Big Cookie. Ball didn't bounce favourably for him. It pinballs around. Soroczynski's coming through for the Dogs. Here's Hopper's opportunity. Bradshaw off the back of the pack. In fact, it was Spiteri. Inboard to Brown. O'Sullivan to kickstart some attack. Here come the Dogs.
Inside forward 50, Hines. Oh, he got a terrible bounce. Oh, 2 Lavington Panthers run into each other. It was Yates and the player over the ball at the moment, Annette. They're both okay. Hey, I know probably his old man to be listening. Kerry Garland. How's Lukey Garland down there on the bench?
Yeah, he's smiling. He's talking to the trainers, but I don't think he'll be back out there, boys.
Okay, Brown's just come off then too, Mont.
Ball up deep into attack for the Dogs. Hargrave for the Panthers onto Haaland, who just kicks with a long inside ball. Hit a teammate in the head. It was Neander. Here's a go for the Bulldogs. 3 rims. Venturoni into attack. Oh! Noah Spiteri with an elite body and paint mark of the day. You can watch that one back 1,000 times, Spitter. He'll go back and have a set shot. 15 metres out, slide angle.
Again, how good was that? Just got it nice and deep, and Spiteri read the ball so well, and he goes back. He hasn't had a big influence again, but he's just got to take his moment when it comes.
He should never play in long sleeves again, Noah Spiteri. To the Pierce Street end, it's a 1-point ball game.
Wow.
The Bulldogs are hanging on with 17 men, and it's a 1-point lead to the Panthers. 20 minutes gone for A.T. Jones. Game on for Mac Jack Sheds.
Yeah, great finish there by Noah Spiteri. Hasn't had the best days, but he's been great when he's had the ball. 9 inside 50s now for Wodonga. Baker been instrumental. Matey, he's had the 4 touches this quarter. Everyone getting involved in the last 10 minutes for Wodonga, Robbie.
Yeah, Spiteri's had a big second half.
Yep.
He got a lot of the footy in that
It's the
third
sleeves,
quarter.
Robbie.
Yep, get rid of them. Show the cannons.
The cannons.
Show them what you've got. Bradshaw and McKinlay go at it in the middle of the ground. Here's Jack Driscoll. Palmed it to Baker. Jack Driscoll did well. Intercepted to Newton. Newton, quick handball to Neander. Quick fire handball out the back to Hansen. Smart enough. He knew he had to get rid of it. He chased it up. Doggies still can tack. They'll mount attack off half back here. Kick across the centre half back's good. Found Tommy Johnson. They trail by 1 point. 21 minutes gone. Johnson's kick's a beauty. Although good work by Hansen. Knocked it out of the road of Jorgensen. He regathers. Beats the tackle. No, he doesn't.
Legged him. He's paid, which I don't think was there. I reckon he's got hold of his jumper. He's still got him where he tackled him.
Jorgensen now played on. Here's a chance for the Doggies. Down the ground it comes. Brilliant from Spooner. Ball comes free. Out the back to Hopper. Hopper kicks it high. Long. Centre wing. Big contest.
Foot race. O'Sullivan wins the battle. Tries to brush off. And he takes it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Smart by Sullivan.
Really good play. Jack O'Sullivan, Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Oaks.
Yeah, he knew that pressure was coming. He wasn't going to get around Macca Hellows with his leg speed, so he's back towards the line, and I reckon another half a metre. He might have paid holding the ball there, but well played, Jack O'Sullivan.
Yeah, good umpiring.
If the Bulldogs head across the line, there's a few blokes that need to buy O'Sullivan a beer. True centre wing, broadcast side. Yellen kicks into attack. He finds Spiteri. He marks on the edge of the centre square. 1 point lead to the Panthers. Spiteri inside 50. Wilding, no. Spina.
How good is this
Too
bloke
strong for the Lavington Panthers. Spina's marked in a one-on-one battle against Wilding, and he's going to kick the ball into the back pocket, Monty.
He's been Lavington's Jack O'Sullivan at the other end. He's been fantastic.
He kicks out, plays on immediately. Hargraves has it at half-back. Lavington lead by point. Oh, it's a dangerous kick. Newton did well. Marked it strong in front of Mayfi. So Mayfi at half-back. 70 out from his defensive goal. Lavington lead 92-91. Their season's on the line. It's a good kick down the line. Lavington have got it. It's Chris Annette. Annette goes short. Kicks a good one. Finds Tyson Neander. They've moved the ball to centre wing. Neander likes an option. It does. He finds it now. Telling to play on. Driscoll goes long. In towards full forward. Morrison was there. Kept the ball in front of him. Panthers have got numbers around the ball. Hannah, handball off. Intercepted magnificently by O'Sullivan. And the scrubby kick is fortuitous. Doggies have got it midfield, Gus.
Inboard to Bradshaw. The timekeepers have told me there's 5 minutes to go. Plenty of football left in this one. The Panthers have a shot on goal. Is it Yatesy? It's Yatesy! Andrew Yates with a Sunjan goal today. The Panthers extend the margin to 7 points. 4.5 minutes to go. This is a cracking game of footy in the Ovens and Murray.
Yeah, Wodonga just got to understand there's still a bit of time left. They don't need to come back through the middle because that was a poor kick to Bradshaw. 3-on-1 and Yates just went bang. How good was that a kick as he come on? And Geordie Taylor's just prepping to come back on too, boys, so he won't be far away.
He come off the ground at the 14-minute mark, boys, so there's still 5 minutes. I don't think he's going to have time.
G. Morrison's off again too. Keep an eye on that ankle, I reckon, Mont. Deneen goes on. The brave Doggies, they've been sensational. Panthers lead it by 7. Tommy Johnson fumbled it. Hallows over the footy. Chance for Hannah. Clever. Kicked it off the ground. Cook's there. Driscoll took him on. Big tackle. Ball up surely. It is just forward for Panthers' advantage. 80 out from their goal. They lead by 7 points. 24.5 gone.
About 3.5, I reckon, to go in this one. Bradshaw to Jorgensen. Here come the Dogs up towards centre-half forward. There's the mixed match with the +1. Falls the way of Baker. He gets it behind. On towards Spiteri. Inside 50. Yatesy's there. Baker comes through. Big tackle applied by Butler. And we'll ball it up 45 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal.
Yates still on the both ends of the ground there, just playing that loose role and also kicking the goal. So he's playing a great game so far.
40 out for the Doggies' goal. They trail by 7. Ball in dispute. Hallows couldn't control it. Got a handball at the back. Brilliant. Tom Hargraves. Kick though. Hurried one. Back to centre. Matty Wilson's got it. They've got numbers wide. Soroczynski has it for Wodonga. Runs through the middle of the ground. Goes short. Kick's not a good one. Marked by Andrew Yates. Half back. Lavington lead by 7. 25.5 gone.
Yates, true centre-half back, wants to suck some life out of this game. Vaxi will get you on that clock watch for us, brother, for 40 winks. The voice is starting to go. It's been a topsy-turvy game of O&M footy. The Panthers lead by 7 points. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, this is what they've got to do. Just control the game now. They've got the loose. Just got to work hard. Make sure they find that loose or go long down the line, what they have here, and just kill the distance on the game.
3.5 to go. True centre wing out of side. Boundary line's what the Bulldogs want. They can't get there.
Plenty of time.
And it still spills out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 14-7-91 the Bulldogs. The Panthers 15-8-98. We've played 26 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Lavington must win to keep their finals hopes alive.
Make it a top 6. Let's get these two sides playing off in an elimination final. How would you like that? This has been a sensational game of footy. Hannah won it. Quick kick, Glanville, brilliant. Inside forward 50. Cook, dropped the chest mark, goes back for more. He snaps. Cookie, a dribbler for goal. Misses, right-hand side. Doggies have got a heartbeat still. Lavington lead by 8. This will be a quick play on here, Gussie. We've gone 26 and a half minutes. We reckon about 2.5 minutes to go.
O'Sullivan, he's normally a good user. Kicks long. It's a good kick and a good mark. The dual stick. Marks at centre half back for the Dogs. The game's really starting to open up. Wortman on the edge of the centre square. The Panthers lead by 7 points. They kick long down the line. Contest, Harland. Jack Harland marks on the edge of the centre square. He's causing for things to slow down, Monty.
Yeah, he's just telling them to get down the line. And then he's going to find the loose, and then I reckon they'll eventually just kick down the line.
He's got an option to go to his right to Newton, but Cade Brown's done well for Wodonga. He's tracked him and hasn't let him break free. Hopper goes long. He kicks towards the Lavington interchange bench. Jorgensen over the top. Great grab.
He's put
in
about
front of
3 blokes
McKinley. He goes short. He finds Mayfield from 55. Mayfield goes long. Big ball. Spina, was it? No. Sammy Hopper got a hand on it. Boundary throw in. 8-point lead to Lavington.
2 minutes left, I reckon.
27.5 minutes gone.
Game on.
They need this one, Gus. A goal now.
Lavington know what's at stake. It's their whole season. 8-point lead to the Panthers. The Dogs are deep in attack. Falls the way of Yelland. He left it behind. Butler was legged. One-on-one battle. Driscoll.
Oh, great grab.
One-handed grab on the last line of defence. He can take 20 seconds off the clock here, Sean Driscoll. We reckon there's about 90 seconds to go. Driscoll's going to come long down the broadcast side wing. Big Jack's going to fly high, but it's the trotter. Billy Glanville marks, and that should do it for the Panthers.
That close, Gus. The trotter goes long, finds Jake O'Brien. Chance for someone to, if they've got a bit of run about them, get deep.
Just follow the boundary line, I reckon, Robbie. It's what he's going to do. Just try and hit the line.
Billy Glanville says go long down the line. Big Jack's there. Can't O'Sullivan almost. Gee, he's been good. Ball came to ground. Hannah got the ball to Huey McKinley. Catch him if you can. 2 bounces. 3 bounces. Handball over the top. Knocked through for a rush behind. Wonderful closing defence there from the Doggies. Lavington lead it by 9. 28 minutes and 50 seconds gone.
I reckon they've done enough. Ball's in the hands of Baker. They're going to have to roll the dice. He goes long up the guts. Hopper flies across the pack. Where are the Bulldogs runners? Big contest forms. Neander for the Panthers. The Panthers are going to hold on. He kicks long into attack for Lavington. Wilson's on the last line of defence. O'Sullivan mops up and he kicks out the broadcast side wing. Yelland and Hellos. Hellos and Yelland. Boundary line beats them. It's going to be enough for the Panthers. With their backs against the wall. Back-to-back years they hold on in sudden death football. 29 minutes gone. 9-point lead to the Panthers. Bring it home, Robbie McKinlay for McRae Motors.
In it comes. Johnson was clever. Well read by Neander. Hargraves, another clearance. Kicks it inside forward 50. Cook got the ball to ground. Shawnee Driscoll couldn't grab it for Lavington. Head over the footy. He's been great. The boy from Koroyd O'Sullivan got it onto Cactus Brown. Had 1 bounce. Drives the ball half forward. They've still got a chance. Jet Cassidy has it. Wodonga kicks inside forward 50. Joel couldn't take it on the second bite. Spina was there. Couldn't get a handball out. Play on to call. O'Brien relieves off half back. Siren Big Mac kicks a beauty. The Panthers have done it. A 9-point win in an absolute rattling game of footy. The Doggies were brave. They were gutsy. 100-91. They played a man short for most of that final term. But the Panthers, they kicked straight. 15-10-100. Bulldogs 14-7-91. Gussie, that was a sensational game of footy. I just can't believe what the Doggies were able to do playing a man short. They kicked 3 goals in a row at one stage there.
If Lavington can play like this every week, they're a top 3 side, Robbie.
Well, they've played games where... Remember, Albury beat them by a point, who are on top of the table. Yarrawonga beat them by in the dying stages, I think, by 8 or 9 points. Their best footy stacks up against most sides. But a big thing about them, they've 3 or 4 games this year, they've kicked inaccurately, and it's cost them games. Today, they kick straight. If that's 10-15, they get beat again.
15-10-100, the Lavington Panthers defeat the Bulldogs 14-7-91. Lavington with their backs against the wall, Monty. They just continue to find a way. And Dan Vaccaro and Scott Montgomery are going to have the responsibility of picking the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. A tough one to pick the Lavington Panthers. Sean Driscoll was brilliant with 2 goals.
Down back, Spina. Midfield, Hargraves, McKinlay. It's a tough one. Andrew Yates was fantastic today.
He had some enormous moments. I don't know what it is about this Lavington outfit, Robbie. They just continue to push it to the absolute limit. They wait till their season's just about dead and buried. Then they produce football like that. An absolute sensational game of football. And Robbie McKinlay, well, I reckon you know this bloke pretty well. He's your nephew. It's Ewan McKinlay, and he's Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
Yeah, boys. Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Ewan McKinlay, mate. Well done. The exciting finish, mate. You got to be happy with that and the way the boys were able to hold on in the end.
Yeah, we've lost a fair few of those tight games, so to get that one done and get us a bit closer to Wodonga in that top 5 is unreal.
Absolutely, mate. And yourself, just through the middle of the ground, you're able to get open space towards the end of it, and you're able to really just burn them away a little bit with that pace. You don't seem to lose that at all during the day.
No, it's probably my one strength is getting there in space in those last quarters and that. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
And, mate, that $50 yesterday you slipped me in the office, to get this Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. He was sooking Robbie that he hadn't had it yet. So, Yui, mate, well deserved. Go and celebrate and enjoy the ball tonight.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think Angus Baker probably should have given you a 50. He probably deserved it more of it. Anyway, thanks, Joddy.
Well, brutal honesty from Ewan McKinlay. He reckons Angus Baker should have been given the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, but we always give it to the winning side. Lavington just find a way with their backs against the wall. They don't like doing things the easy way at Lavington, Robbie. They like doing it the hard way, and it's as simple as this. The season's alive.
It's a good way to get a win. Like, they can really push the season out from there too, can't they? And, we've said it time and time again. It's just a matter of converting, making the most of the opportunities. Wodonga had so much opportunity in that third quarter, Gus, and they didn't capitalise on it. But they're walking off now. They should be clapping them off, the fans, because I reckon what they were able to do in that last quarter, when they were 20 points down, playing a man short, they got within a point. I think the scores might have even got nearly level there at one stage. It was just quite remarkable what they were able to do with Wodonga, and they've shown that they are a genuine, if they play finals, they bloody deserve it. They were fantastic today.
I know we'll talk about it heavily in the post-game show, but the game of footy Angus Baker played today single-handedly kept the Wodonga Bulldogs in the hunt. It was one of the best individual games of footy I've ever seen, and very rarely do you get a best on-ground performance in a losing side. If Angus Baker does not get 3 Morris medal votes today, I'll absolutely my hat.
Yeah.
But it's not about one individual, it's about a collective, and today the collective is the Lavington Panthers as they keep their finals aspirations alive. Scott Montgomery's going to track them into the rooms and they'll sing the song loud and proud. They've achieved something that they haven't achieved all year, and that's beating a side inside the top 5 to keep their finals hopes alive. They'll get around Garlow and a few of the boys, and they'll sing it loud and proud. Lavington victorious by 9 points. Broadcast the last part, but on a day like today we will. Lavington keep their finals hopes alive with a 9-point win over the Dogs, and there's plenty to dissect on the drive home. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTafe.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.